Hi. Good evening. God damn it. Hi, I hope you're doing well.
Also, thank you for the Uber voice for 2 minutes. No stream time and gay girls and Christian school time. Yes! Good evening. How are you? How are you? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I did not know. The newest thing OBS has started doing is just resetting my microphone back to the default. But the microphone I'm using is the default. So for whatever reason, it's like, oh no. No, I can't hear you. Fuck you. And doesn't pick up anything I'm saying, which doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. And what it is it's stupid. You started playing Skyrim again. Ooh! Well, I think I told the story of my adventures with Skyrim before, but I'm glad that it is your comfort game. That's nice. I'm okay. I am a little regretful that I did not get any painkillers in the time since, you know, the last time I had felt so awful. I had to, oh my god, I'm slipping out of the voice, I'm so sorry. Aside from, you know, the last time I had to end a stream because I was not doing well and we only went for like not even a full 2 hours or something. It's the same right now, so I'm hoping this time it's gonna be alright. Can actually finish it. Well, not finish the game, but like finish a full stream. Because I'm stupid, and I did go grocery shopping earlier after I got home from work, but I forgot to actually get some painkillers. Because that would have been a good thing. That would have been smart. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna work out somehow. The gay girls, they're gonna save me. But yeah, it is once again time. I do adore this game for what it does. What it does is have a character be extremely fucking socially awkward. That is relatable. And then also be gay, or like start to maybe realize that these are not feelings you just have between friends and you're both girls. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, where did we stop last time? We stopped when Mayuri asked us if we wanted to practice for what's the word? For the ballet test. So, and we don't do that much better than her, but she still was like, hey, I would like to ask you, because I feel like everyone else is just gonna make fun of me, which is valid. I would also not like to ask people who are going to make fun of me, even if it's just oh, but we're all friends. It's just all in good fun, because if it's something you're not very proud of, or like if you know you're not good at something, it's just not nice. Get made fun of. I'm just saying. But one moment. I can't read. There we go. Alright. I've mixed feelings about accepting Mayuri's request. However, I could use this ballet practice to spend time with her. The thought that I'm now sharing a secret with my amitié partner fills me with joy. I'm so excited that I can barely sleep, and I'm unable to contain myself as I eat breakfast at the dorm cafeteria. Also, apparently the background, the sound ran out, and it's not something that keeps repeating. The fuck? After breakfast, the feeling lingers with me until I go to take my bag from my room so I can go to class. Yes. I'm stopped by the feeling that something is off. Yeah, the background music. As I reach for my bag, which is on top of our triple bunk bed, I see the cause. Rika never fails to make a bed neatly, but right now there's a messy pile of books left on it. My naturally curious disposition pushes down my high spirits. Wondering what my amitié partner is reading, I gaze at the spines of the books as I get my bag. Uh-oh, they're all the books that are missing, no? Having said that, I realize that they're all property of the academy. I wonder if she's studying theology. I'm leaning in closer to look at the titles when I look up in surprise at the sound of a door opening.
やっぱりいた。早く教室に行こう。
I greet Elsa to give you the good morning as I adjust my grip on my bag and
倒しちゃった。
I must have knocked them over with my bag. I rushed to stack them back on the bed.
どうしたの？早く行こうよ。ちょっと待って。今本を。
You don't need to pick those up. I see a familiar title written on the book's spine.
これって嵐が丘。
Why is one of the missing books here? What about the other ones? I glance over the other titles and my suspicions are confirmed. They're definitely the missing books. This means
どうしたの、スオちゃん。固まって。
she pries at the book in my hands. We should hide it. Frantically, I hide the title behind my back.
そんなに必死になってなんか面白いものを隠してるんでしょ？違うわ。これはそこって委員長のベッドだよね。もしかして委員長の恥ずかしい秘密が？
I shake my head, but Ichigo seems to have the wrong idea. She slowly moves toward me.
大丈夫。私が思っているやつなら秘密にしとくからさ。
It is not what you think it is. That's the problem. No sooner had she said this than she springs towards me. What? That was not proper English, was it?
ほらほら、早く渡しちゃいなって。そこダメ。
Hello? Ichigo grapples with me as she tries to take the book. Her small hands dart over my hips, stomach, and chest, and I shriek out of embarrassment. I lose my balance while trying to escape and fall hard on my behind.
ごめん、大丈夫だった？大丈夫。これスオちゃんが落としたみたいだから拾ったんだけど、隠してたやつってこれでしょ？
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. This is absolutely not fitting towards the game, but I just literally got top operator for the first time in Dark Knights as a tag. Cool. Nice.
女の子が読んじゃダメな本とかじゃなかったん
No,
だ
it's an
ね。
extremely naughty book. It's an English book. I grab her outstretched hand, then accept the book from her.
よかった。嵐が丘、どこも折れたり破れたりしてないみたい。それって嵐が丘なの？英語でわからなかったけど。
She gives me a blank look. I suppose she doesn't understand the Roman letters. Maybe I just went and said more than I should have.
それって盗まれたって話してたやつだよね。
That's unfortunate. With those three words, my efforts to hide it are running futile. That is not good. During our lessons, lunch, and ballet class, nothing had happened, and so it felt a sense of relief. So, why is this happening?
それってどういうこと？
Well, I wondered how terrifying her quiet, restrained voice is. It's more powerful than a yell, and it fills the place with tension.
だから本が見つかってよかったねって話だよ。
Ichigo brings it up at the tea party, perhaps not sensing the tension in the air.
今朝委員長のベッドに紛失していた本が置いてあって見つかったからよかったねって話しただけだけど。
It's not because by saying this, you are automatically implying that she was the one who took them. So, no. By going, oh hey, she found them, we found them, it's like, oh, so she was the one who stole them. Interesting. She says this as she takes a sip of her steaming tea. Is this a GL after being treated? Yes! It is! It's the first one. It's the very first one, actually, where everything gets set up. Yes. And you haven't missed out on much yet. We are starting to get to know the characters. Slowly but surely, we just started our school year. It's very good. She says this as she takes a sip of her steaming tea.
まさかお茶会で話すなんて。
Continue to show you amazing game shows. Hey, hey, hey! I've played this one before, actually. I just haven't played the last one in the series. So I'm starting over from the beginning, so all of you can get to experience it as well. I've been so relieved that she'd give no indication of bringing up that morning's incident. Oh god. But events are unfolding just as I had feared.
それって私が盗んだように聞こえるんだけど。
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, that's what it's going to sound like.
ああ、言われてみればそうだね。だからスオちゃん隠そうとしてたのか。
Why would you say this? No, you're implying that I think she stole them, which, I mean, it does look like she did steal them, but that's... Maybe we should talk about something like this, like, in private, not in front of the entire fucking class.
白羽さんが私
Because we do not have the social skill to actually speak up what we mean. I hang my head thinking she suspects me of having tried to frame her. No way, this can't be. Hearing everyone in class whisper about it makes... Oh my god. About it makes being here unbearable, and all I can do is stare with flushed cheeks at my fingertips.
スオちゃんと委員長のベッドになくなっていた本が積まれてあったのを見つけたんだ。そうか、委員長が誤解されるかもだからあんなに慌ててたんだね。
Can you just stop talking? Even when asked directly, I'm unable to answer.
その言い方だと白羽さんが私のベッドに本を置いたのを佐々木さんに見られて慌てたようにも聞こえるわよ。
Please.
違うよ。スオちゃんはおとなしいもの。そんなことできるわけがないって。それには私としても同じ意見。
She keeps fucking us over. She should definitely stop talking. She's just making it worse. Ringo says that as she bites into a donut. I'm happy to have both sisters on my side, but...
そうなると佐々木さんたちは私が本を盗んだ犯人だと思っていることになるわね。
My heart aches at Rika's icy tone.
やだな、委員長。そんなに堅苦しく考えることはないって。借り出しの手順が面倒で部屋に溜めてただけでしょ。
Trying to make a joke out of it is not gonna make it better. I have played Heart of the Woods, actually. It's been a while, but I have played it. I can't even tell you when it was. It was... over 2 years ago. I played it, I last played it, and I did play it in one go on April the 12th of 2020.
ちゃんと
I went for that one because, you know, gay, but also because I really, really love the main character design.
そう。
22 years ago. Yeah. It's wild. It's like the last years have been going by so quickly. Like whenever someone tells me like something was pre-2020, actually, it's like, oh yeah, you mean like, I don't know, a few months ago, a year ago. No, 2019 is already way back. It's very confusing. The tension there loosens up a bit as the twins nod exaggeratedly in unison, and I even hear some laughter spill from the class.
冗談じゃないわ。花火師さん。冗談じゃないって言ったの。私は規律を守らない人が死ぬほど嫌いなの。もちろん私自身がそうなりたくないと思ってる。だから認めるわけにはいかない。私は自分のベッドの上に盗まれていた本なんて置いていない。
Good evening.
誓うわ。
I'm good. How about you? Everyone whispering in class falls silent at Nika's uncharacteristically forceful tone. However,
これじゃ反感を買うだけだわ。
yeah, now it just looks like she's trying to talk her way out of it. I actually don't remember who it was. Despite having played this game before, I do not remember who actually took the... I have a feeling, but I don't remember for sure. You're fine, that's good to hear. Whether she denies it or even twists her arms, it is only a temporary solution. Seeing as she has no evidence, her actions leave behind a bad taste.
花火さん。
Seeing her like this reminds me of a line from the movie The Public Enemy, and I let out a small sigh. There are only two kinds of people, right and wrong. Could I be her ally in this? I think long and hard on this as I stare at my tea, which has gone cold. No, I remember for sure who it was. I remember for sure who it was who stole the books. That's gonna be fun. I tossed and turned for the 1,000th time and let out a long sigh. Why didn't I tell Ichigo not to say anything? With her personality in mind, I should have guessed she'd spill the beans right in the middle of things. All you do is say how you want things to be. These words came from my stepmother. They pierce my heart, though there's a reason they do. Yeah, you're traumatized by your stepmother, that's the reason. Excuse me. It's because I didn't act properly that everyone now thinks Nika is the book thief. She denied it at the tea party, but her strong words will only cause a greater scandal. Even though she said it was no joke, our classmates haven't stopped gossiping about it.
でも本当に誰が置いたのだろう。
From the time I got out of bed to the time I headed out for breakfast, there were always 2 or more people in the room. Considering that the books were there when we returned from the
朝
cafeteria,
食の間の30分だけだわ。
it must have been in a few short moments just after we left the room and before breakfast began. So you need to start talking more quickly. I might be able to narrow this down. I feel like one of the characters in the mystery novels I love so much and get a bit excited, even though I know I shouldn't. Here's the mystery aspect. Or like, it's going to start up now in a bit.
なんだか探偵の気分よね。
It's very cute because she keeps living out her life in the school, and then at some bits will come up where someone does something and they try to find out what the reason for it is, and Sue is like full front is like, yeah, me, I am the detective. Yes,
何が探偵だって？
Hello. A warm hand covers my mouth to stop me from
ま
screaming.
さか犯人？
Thrown into confusion, I strain my eyes to see in the darkness and see a pajama-clad Mayuri with one hand covering my mouth while holding the index finger of the other to her lips.
静かに。ごめん、驚かせちゃって。
うん。
ちょっとそっち行っていいかな。え、そっちってベッドにですか？
Where else?
ごめん、もうちょっと声潜めて。今からだと部屋の外ははばかられる時間帯でしょ。
Flushed and unable to keep up with my thoughts, I do as she'd asked and squeeze up toward the wall to make space for her.
ありがとう。
Woo! I mean, with Mayuri's body pressed up against me in the narrow bed, I can feel her body heat coming through her pajamas. Perhaps she's just taking a bath because her body and hair give off a soft citrus scent. Citrus?
恥ずかしい。
It's just sharing a bed. I've been taken aback by the sudden situation, but even between 2 girls, this is just sharing a bed.
ちょっと当たっちゃうけど、そこはお互い様ってことで。
The 2 of us in a single bed, she's so close I can feel her breath. I'm grateful for the dark. She won't see how red I am.
こんな時間にどうしたの、高坂さん。
But we will. The voices are so gentle. Are you right? I love the voice acting in this one. It's really fitting.
ちょっと話しておきたいことがあってさ。込み入った話だから二人きりの方が良かったんだけど。
I lower my gaze and
電
nod.
気をつけてテーブルで話していたら花火師さんが起きちゃいますものね。
Though in my humble opinion, I think if you're in a room and like you're 3 people in a room, one of them is sleeping and it's the middle of the night so everything else is also quiet, I think you might still wake up the 3rd person and they could be able to hear you no matter how low your voices are. Like, what bed is she on? Wait. The lowest one, right? The lowest is where the other girl is on. And Mayuri's in the middle. Okay, we're all the way up. We're in the highest bunk. I think the person below you would still be able to hear you, even if you go and drop your voice and only whisper if everything else is quiet, but that's just my 2 cents.
そういうこと。立花には聞かれたくないんだ。
She knits her brows and lowers her voice.
図書の紛失騒ぎを聞いたんだわ。
I assume. Mayuri hadn't been at the tea party, but she has many friends, so word surely got back to her.
お茶会の話だけれど。そうだよ。ひどいじゃないか。ひどい。そうよね。決めつけたりして。うん。決めたんだからちゃんと来てくれなくちゃ。来ないなんて。
I think you guys are talking about 2 different things. What's going on?
お茶会に行ってたんだろ？約束したじゃないか。図書の紛失の話をしているんだよね。え？紛失って。本またなくなったの？
We're not talking about the same thing. Mayuri looks at me blankly, and I realize there's been a misunderstanding.
約束って。前に約束したでしょ？バレエの練習に付き合ってくれるって。放課後待ってたのに。
Some people can sleep through a storm. Oh, I mean, I know I can't, so... But I'm just guessing, like... They have bunk beds, and if one person starts climbing up towards the other bank, that bunk, that's gonna make a noise. I mean, we don't know how deep into the night this is, but I feel like there's a high chance that the other girl is gonna be awake. If someone starts climbing the beds. It's gonna make a bunch of creaking noise if suddenly 2 people are in the same bunk on the highest. Would you say floor for bunk bed? No, right? Just on the highest bunk. Bunk bed. I hate this word.
完全に忘れていたんだね。
I feel my face grow even hotter under her reproachful gaze, and I apologize with a nod of my head.
と、髪が当たるって。まあ、わざとじゃないならいいんだ。ついポロッと忘れてしまうことあるしね。本当に、もういいから。だから、
Mayuri averts her eyes, and I cock my head at her questioningly.
もうちょっと体を離してくれないかな。自分から来といてなんだけど、この体勢だと変な気分になりそうだし。
It seems I had leaned towards her in my frantic apology, and now I'm practically flush against her with her lips almost brushing my forehead.
大声を出さないで。
She stops the yelp I was about to let out with her hand again, and I move back a bit. No worries about mistyping.
今日一人で練習していたんだけど、やっぱり補助がいると思うんだ。それと客観的に見られる視点も。鏡でチェックはできるけど、自分視点だと欠点が分かりにくいしね。
Yeah, it makes sense.
そうなんですか。うん。あさってには試験だし、明日の放課後みっちり練習しようと思うんだけど、どうかな？
Yeah, sure.
私は
All of a sudden I think of Rika and what happened at the tea party.
誤解を解くために動いた方がいいんじゃ。
I hesitate, thinking of Rika sleeping soundly in the bottom bunk. It caused a misunderstanding, and if I let it go on like this...
迷惑だったかな。
Yeah. Hello. Guess you just got a top operator from recruitment for once.
違います。そんな。大声を出したらダメだよ。何か予定が入っているの？まゆりさんとの約束。
I hesitate, thinking of Rika sleeping soundly in the bottom bunk.
私。
Moin! Good evening! How you doing? We are sharing beds in a totally non-gay way. You're sleepy? That's understandable. I feel it. I'm also sleepy, but I'm always sleepy.
放課後の練習一緒にやります。いいの？
Yeah, I'm good. Just sleepy tired. I tell her that I made a promise and Mayuri's face softens into a smile.
試験はあさって誤解を解くのは試験が終わってからでも遅くないわ。
Your tattoo's been a stressful day. Aww. I convince myself as I think of Rika sleeping in a bunk below, but just feels tight as though something is clenching at my heart. After class, I go to practice to fulfill my promise to Mayuri, but
思ったよりも人がいますね。
I mean, maybe she did ask more people to have, or there's just more people trying to, you know, practice on their own time.
明日試験だし、いくら簡単とはいえ少しは通しでやっとこうと思ったんじゃないかな。
Makes sense. I thought it would just be the two of us, but the room is filled with first years practicing for the test.
やっぱり真面目な校風なんですね。真面目というより、バレエの授業を受けたくて学院に入っている子もいるくらいだから、まあ普通なんじゃないかな。それに
She spins around, turning her face away from me.
ダリア先生の言った罰っていう一言も聞いていると思う。
Mayuri has turned her back to me, but her woeful expression is reflected in the mirror.
確かに何かとんでもないことを言い出しそうな気もするわね。
Sister Basquiat is kind and gentle, but her head is in the clouds. She seems like she'd come up with either something completely simple or else so outrageous you'd have to ask her to repeat herself.
罰則免除のためにですか。だいぶ集まっているけど、ちょうどクラスの半分が参加しているみたいですね。え、そんなに？
It's a lot of people. She probably hadn't noticed because she was so intent on practicing, and when I tell her this, she counts with her fingers.
多いとは思ったけど、だいたいクラス半分もいるのか。立花や佐々木姉妹がいないのが救いだな。
Marie has turned her back to me, but her woeful expression is reflected in the mirror.
だいたいって。
Roughly. She just counted so she knows the exact number. There are exactly 12 people, so I think it's strange to say roughly, oh, there's at least 3. I would have done the same. Even if I counted the exact number, I would still have said like around.
細かいことが気になるのは悪い癖だわ。
Perhaps because I love books, I'm extremely aware of small mistakes in wording.
どうしたの？いえ、なんでもないんです。それよりもう少し通しで練習しますか？そうだね。もう少しやりたいところだけど、そろそろ交代しよう。白羽さんも練習しとかないとね。そうですね。
I'm pretty much the same level as Mayuri, who whines that she's likely to fail the test, but actually,
体が硬い分、私の方が不利だわ。
you maybe practicing would help them. Although I resent my inflexibility, I have to pass this test, and so I give a single week nod.
もうちょっとそれないかな。
No. Mayuri sounds almost disbelieving. Why do I keep fucking up her name though? Every time I try to say Mayuri, I have to like actively think about saying it like that because it comes out a garbled mess otherwise. Mayuri. I can't. I gasp feebly. We bend and stretch our legs, one of the warm-up exercises, then we do the bows. I'm too stiff and cannot perform the moves well, and the exercise we're trying right now to improve my flexibility is...
これって結構後の方で習うポーズじゃ。アラベスクだね。 せっかく柔軟性を鍛えるんだ。いいとこ取りをした方がいいでしょ。いいとこ取りって。
When my leg comes down, Mayuri, who has a what? Who has? Who's supporting my torso urges me to put a little more power into it.
これなら体を柔らかくするのと、バーレッスン最後のジュテでのバランスも鍛えられるし、一挙両得ってやつじゃないかな。
Well, that is true. I think you know what's fucking me up more than the grammar just now? I get that they're like shortening her leg because of the perspective. But it just looks like her right leg is just like the size of a chicken wing, kind of. It looks a lot like a chicken wing. It's too short, even if you do like a perspective shortening. There's something wrong with that leg. Terribly so. She says it so cheerfully that I couldn't disagree even if I wanted to. I simply not.
そろそろ終わりでいいんじゃないかと思うんだけど。まだ始めたばかりじゃないか。あ、状態が戻ってきちゃってるよ。
Where's the other girls right down barely thinner? Yeah. It's I'm not body shaming. I'm art shaming. I'm art shaming. Like, it's a great pose overall, but the perspective is off. In order to support me, she puts a hand on my stomach. No, she brushes against my chest, making me recoil in surprise. Girl, where the fuck is your chest and your stomach? That's a little...
もしかして筋おかしくしちゃった？違うの。ただ少し。
How do you mistake the sensation between like someone touching your stomach and someone touching your chest? I think. What did you tap back into? Mayuri leans closer in concern. In doing so, her hand moves up even farther so that her hand is now touching the lower half of my chest. You could also tell her like, hey, girly, no grabbing the booba. I'd finally gotten used to seeing my classmates in leotards. My amitié partner is about to touch a sensitive area. My face goes red from embarrassment and my whole body starts to sweat.
だいぶほぐれてきたみたいだね。辛いなら少し休憩しようか？その方がいいかも。
I answer falteringly, feeling like all my nerves are concentrated under the hand on my chest. Thankfully, it seems like she thinks that the redness and sweat is the result of exercise.
よかった。でも。
Now that she's moved closer, I can smell her scent even more strongly, which only fuels my shame further and makes me sweat more.
どうしよう。ボセの匂いが。
Mayuri's sweat smells fine, but I am beside myself with worry as to whether she can smell me.
もう終わって。Please. それじゃあ手を離すね。
The hand that had been supporting my thigh is finally removed, and...
ごめん。なんかしちゃった？平気。
Don't worry.
ちょっとまだ
This is just internal panicking. Evacuate from the the worst thing is this, that none of them are doing it on purpose. I think the only characters who ever like actively go to grab someone's chest would be the Sasaki twins, because he funny, but let's just keep overthinking this right now. I think Sue is just because she's a very like self-conscious person. She's extremely like, oh my god, no, I'm sweating. Everyone else is gonna be able to smell me. Ugh. That's why. I sink down onto the ground. It's not like I can tell her that the strange yelp had been because when she'd removed the hand from my chest, for a split second she'd grazed a sensitive area.
そう。でもずいぶん様になってきたし、
Evacuate from the booba fondler
あとは
now.
投資でやってみようか。 体も温まってきたみたいだしね。
Oh yeah, we're definitely warmed up.
休憩にしようって話だったのにスパルタですね。
Mayuri scratches her head at my resentful remark and smiles wryly.
でも鉄は熱いうちに打てって言うし、もう少しやってから休憩にしよう。そうですね。
I take the hand she holds out to me and pull myself up. Somehow...
これって本当の友達みたいよね。
Yeah! I'm about to nonchalantly take hold of her proffered hand just like that.
アミティエだからだろうけど。ん？どうかした？なんでもないの。それじゃあ続けましょう。
We're still somewhat formal with one another, but the mere fact that we can talk normally is progress.
それじゃあチェックするから通しでやってみて。
It's like a real friendship as opposed to just classmates who interact but are not actually friends yet.
I guess.
With a nod, I stand before the mirror and get into the first basic position. What part of real friendship involves random booba? The part where you live in a world that was literally written just to give us gay girls in a Catholic school. Obviously. She has very strange ideas about friendship. She has all of her ideas of friendship from movies and books. She has not interacted with a real human being aside from her father and her stepmother in years. Ever, actually. She went to school 1 year, had a breakdown, and was homeschooled from then on. Catholicism in video game. No, this one is okay. You gotta trust me when I say the Catholicism in a video game is okay. You don't give your homies a good chest squeeze when you meet. You just gotta, you walk up to your homie instead of like, you know, doing a little handshake, the good old handshake, like, yeah, what's up? You just go to grab. Give it a nice squeeze. Be like, you working out? I'm engulfed by dim lighting and the smell of old books.
よかった。
I whispered last.
本当にね。
I finish airing out some musty old books and lay them neatly on the desk as Mayuri echoes my sentiment.
美味しく昼食が取れてほっとしたよ。試験に落ちてまずいご飯になるのは嫌だったからね。
I feel like I have several homies where I could actually pull this with. But still, I feel like I should not be doing it without having talked about it with them before, because otherwise it's gonna be very weird. The ballet test happened before lunch. I finish airing out some musty old books and lay them... Why is that the same text again? Although...
落ちた人はいなかったんだから、私たちがダメだったら晒し者だったものね。
Cool, we're not IL homies. Kinda. There was many years ago when I met up with an internet friend for the first time. I went in for the hug and they just like went to shake hands and it was very awkward. I really hope that's not an actual website though. I don't want to find out if it is.
すごくドキドキしたわ。
The test was administered in alphabetical order. Honestly speaking, since no one had failed the test up until my turn, I felt all the more pressure since I might end up being the first to fail.
まあよかったよ。アミティエ3人とも合格だし、
It's an easy
落
according
ちた
to the
らリ
website.
ッカの顔見られなかったもんな。
God knows. Maybe there's websites out there who use .exe. But also weird custom one. Yeah, like looking back at it on it now, I think it's funny, but I'm the type of person to hug people when saying hi and when saying bye. So especially if it's a long-term online friend you meet for the first time, it's always the weird awkwardness, right? It's like we technically know each other, but this is our first time seeing each other IRL. But this was when we said goodbye. This was not the the actual meeting, but the goodbye part. I'm like, we just hung out for 4 days straight, and now you're giving me a handshake. Really?
花火師さん。ん？ 彼女がどうしたんだい？そういえば試験中も浮かない顔つきだったけど、リッカはバレエ得意だったの？
And you crushed is fine, yeah. Alright. That's because of the incident at the tea party. Her expression during the test was terrifying.
なんとか誤解を解かないと。白羽さん、本当にどうしたの？
How has Mayuri not heard about the books yet, though?
なんでもないの。お昼休みの時間なのに本の片付け手伝ってもらったから助かっちゃったわ。昨日は私の方が手伝ってもらったんだから、これくらいなんでもないよ。放課後すぐにお茶会に行けるようにしとかないとね。ええ、佐々木さんたちのお誕生日会
I
ですもん
hope a
ね。
certain someone is going to be busy trying to build his new PC. April 13. April 13? Homestuck! I mean, excuse me, what? No. Activating like a sleep agent at the mention of something, anything that could be Homestuck, and now I don't have a funny little screenshot I can take of it. God damn. Aha, thank you for the haha first. He won't be able to get it until Friday? No! Oh, that's sad. Sasaki twins' birthday. Rika was the one who decided to have the party, but... I didn't like to say it, but it was because of the Sasaki twins spilling the beans that she'd come under suspicion at the last tea party. So I don't know how she feel about celebrating with the Sasakis. リッカがお茶とケーキを用意するだろうから、私は何か簡単なお菓子でも作っていこうかな。What are things that you love with multiple dynamics?
まゆりさん、お菓子作り得意だものね。好きが高じてってやつだけどね。購買で材料を買って、そうだ、寮のキッチンを貸してもらおうかな。
And they have separate birthdays because they were born before and after midnight. Oh yeah, that's always fun. Being a chat excitedly about cakes and cookies takes a light load off my shoulders.
ギクシャクしたのなら、私が中を取り持てばいい。お、いらっしゃ。先生じゃないですか。面白い言い方をなさるのね。白羽さんのお手伝いね。
So I think like even if it's only just a few minutes as the older sibling, you would always like, normally it doesn't matter, but in special instances it would be like, no, actually I'm the older one, even if it's just by a minute.
はい。先生は
She notices the two library books Sister Dahlia is holding.
返却ですか？ええ、それと久しぶりに近代小説を借りていこうかと思っているの。
Good evening. How you doing? She goes to the far shelf where the books by foreign authors donated to the library are.
あら、借りようと思っていた本がない。
Let me guess, she also wanted to borrow Wuthering Heights. He says. Somehow I feel my motivation drain a bit.
ああ、もしかして嵐が丘とかですか？え、いいえ。
Oh, okay. That would have been funny though. Mayuri's gaze lands on me, but just for a second.
そうですか。私も借りようかなって思っていたんですけど、貸し出し中だったのでもしかしてと思って。
It seems she'll keep her lips sealed concerning the missing books.
最近寄贈されたばかりだからあると思ったのだけど。最近ってここにある本みんな古いと思ったんですけど、寄贈とかってよくあるんですか？聖書の授業を教えている先生が本好きで、読み終わった近代小説を寄贈してくれているのよ。その棚の英字の近代小説ですか？そう、さっき高坂さんが言った嵐が丘
I
も
don't think we ever get
そ
to
の
see
先
any
生
of
が
the
寄贈な
teachers
さったの
aside
よ。
from Sister Dahlia though. Mayuri folds her arms and nods, humming to herself.
何かしら。その先生が借りようとした小説って。ああ、それちょっと知りたいよね。
It's a baffling concept to you. I mean, this is a missionary school, so in this context, it's not baffling, but wouldn't it just be like general, like, what is it called? What do they call the religious thingy when they teach you here? What's that kind of class called again? Wouldn't it be around the same thing? Like you I don't know, you learn about the 10 Commandments and what's written in the Bible, and then how the religion wants you to act or something. I say this despite you know, having been in RE. Oh yeah, it was just called RE. Religious education, just like PE but with an R. I was in like the Catholic part during all of my school years, but last genetics class, yeah, well, I couldn't switch over to there, so I just was in a very wrong place every time we had those classes. We had a teacher once who wanted who separated the girls and the boys and was like, oh, okay, now I want all of you, like she gave us giant pieces of paper, like one giant piece of paper where we should draw like and write on our, I don't know, the things we would like in a significant other. But you know, she separated us by gender and everything, and then me and a friend, we were sitting there like absolutely put off by the idea because everyone had started writing down like a bunch of superficial things, and just like it was a very awkward idea. And she looked at us, like me and my friend, she was like, oh, if you want, you can also join the other team, wink. Wink. Which made it even more awkward because like, what exactly do you want from me right now? Like those kinds of experiences. That's not how you pronounce significant? What do you mean? It's not with a hard C? Significant? Are you telling me that's yet another word I'm pronouncing wrong? Don't tell me, actually. I don't want to know. Shut up. I have a hard time with Sister Basquiat. I can't help but ask as a fellow book lover. She looks a bit embarrassed as she raises a hand to her cheek. I said it with an S. Oh, well, that wasn't on purpose then. The Chronicles of Narnia! I've never actually read the books. I've only seen the movies. I not want to hear the title, thinking how the choice is just like Sister Basquiat.
白羽さん、意外じゃないの？ダリア先生って近代小説といってももっと昔の
I love the movies.
硬い本をよ。違うの。それなんだけど。
I'm not surprised since it fits with what I imagined. I turned to ask Sister Basquiat directly.
もしかしてなんですけど、一度日本語訳したものを読んでいらして、原本が寄贈されたということで借りに来られたのではないですか？
You've not seen or read the Chronicles. I like them. I like them a lot. Mayuri's eyebrows pushed together in confusion at my comment. In contrast, Sister Basquiat breaks into a smile and clasps her hands together in front of her chest.
そうなの。白羽さんは知っているのね。
I really liked how wintry the first one was, like all of the fake snow they filmed in. It was really nice. She asks back. It seems my guess was right after all.
どういうこと？ナルニア国物語は映画や日本語に訳したものはだいぶそがれて描かれていたけど、実際はかなり保守的なキリスト教的世界観に基づいて書かれたものなの。文中で明らかにイスラム教を敵視した文言があったり。
Okay, I did not know that. I glanced nervously at Sister Basquiat. My next words are about a very sensitive topic in modern Christianity.
女性に対して偏見を持った記述もあるの。わからないな。なんで保守的だと女性に対して偏見があるんだ？
I don't even want to.
だってシスターだっているじゃないか。
I did not know that.
そうね。もっともの質問だわ。
Uh-oh.
それは次の聖書の時間で議題にしましょう。
She gently sidesteps Mayuri's question and turns to me.
博学なのね、白羽さん。 いえ。
Additionally, right-wing Christians in America have tried to use the text politically. They think of bringing up Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, but decide it's not something to say in front of the sister and swallow my words.
白羽さんの言うように原本と翻訳したものでは削られた箇所もあるというからもう一度読んでみようと思ったの。いろんな思想に触れておくことも大切ですからね。でも置いてないのは残念だったわ。返却されたらすぐに教えます。ありがとう。
She bows, places the book she is returning on the table, then exits the library gracefully.
よかった。白羽さんが図書委員でさ、立花が推薦した時は迷惑じゃないかと思ったけど、これだけ造形が深いんだ。本当に本が好きなんだね。
She isn't wrong about that. Feeling my face growing hot, I mutter in agreement.
でも本の話意外だったよ。普段の作品は映画で見たことがあるけれど、全然キリスト教がどうとかなんて感じなかったからさ。同じ作品でもそんな違いがあるんだね。ええ、外国から入ってきた作品は直接的ではなくても思想を潜ませる。白羽さん？
Speaking of Speaking of boobs, let me grab that for you. Something about my own words jumps out at me. There's something that doesn't fit quite right.
どうしたの？なんだか幽霊が通り過ぎたみたいな顔をしているけど。幽霊。
What, you think a ghost stole the books?
ちょっとまさか本当に見たなんて言わないだろうね。
Mayuri is looking a little spooked.
そう、幽霊がいたんだわ。
Ah, the word has a different implication to me.
練習中に話した言葉。
And a key phrase hidden in the story.
すみません、私出かける場所ができました。
With a quick bow, I turn and walk away, my footsteps echoing off the wooden floor after the ghost. Hello? What ghost? I leave the campus. I take a shortcut through the forest, then I arrive at the dormitory where the ghost resides. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The same words we say in our morning prayer, I think. For a long time in Christianity, women were treated as if they did not exist. Father and Son, not a woman included.
含まれない女性。
Now I think of the words Mayuri said to me during ballet practice. I'd been hung up on that word roughly. Why had Mayuri, who is always so clear about things, suddenly used such a vague word? As I walk along, I pay attention to the numbers written on the door.
私の考えが確かなら。
My feet stop at a door with no number. I knock on the door and a small but audible voice whispers come in. The ghost. Ghost talks with the screeching of wheels. Wheels squeak.
やあ、ようやく見つけてくれたんだね。
That was too realistic. Ghost. Well, say hello to our ghost. Even though I've been so worked up, now that she's here in front of me, my resentment dissipates completely.
どうしたんだい？ずいぶんと変わった生き物を見るような目で見るじゃないか。
And let us squeak. This classmate, who's not even supposed to exist, turns her wheelchair to me and looks at me with wide eyes as though trying to figure out if this mouse is even worth toying with.
彼女が。
Her short hair and big eyes give her an almost cat-like look. But more importantly,
彼女は私と似ている気がする。
there's an air of loneliness around the girl in the wheelchair just like me. A demeanor that seems older, like she's given up on everything. It's like looking at my reflection. Any anger I had is now gone, and all that remains is a sense of beauty.
それで何のよ？私を殴りにでも来たの？
She asks, narrowing her cat-like eyes craftily. Overwhelmed, I shake my head.
そんな野蛮なことはしないわ。私があなたにしてほしいことは。
Hi, welcome in! Good evening! Thank you for the raid! I'm new, I like the color pink, visual novels, and JRPGs. Welcome in! How you doing? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can also do the funny new thing that Twitch is. Yeah, I can! You come to find me? Yes, we came to beat up the girl in the wheelchair that we don't even know the name of.
I mean, maybe not. Pikachu for the Raiders, of course.
Pikachu. Pika Pika. Pikachu.
Thank you for the follow. No, we did not beat social anxiety yet. Social anxiety is the end boss, and we're like a level 2 goon.
Oh my god. Cursed Uwu. Well, you can give me a Cursed Uwu for 1 minute, but you cannot make me do the Pikachu again with Cursed Uwu. Haha. Now we're in the middle of trying to find out who stole books from the library. That's what we're doing. Social anxiety boss fight is on hold.
You hoping for the rats? Listen. If I can do it, if I can do it like comfortably, I'll share them. I share them.
お友達への誤解を解いてほしいってことだろ? Cursed Uwu and Cursed Nyanri all at the same time. Thank you. I'm not surprised by a forward way of speaking. She gazes at me with mean, no, teasing eyes, inspecting me from head to toe as though searching for weakness. 構わない。誤解を解いてもいいって言ったのさ。6.5 worth of curses. More than Mina hadn't expected her to accept. I pressed forward elatedly. でも一つだけゲームをしてもらう。She turns to her mean cat face and raises her index finger. ゲームって早く行かないとみんなの前で話してもらわなくちゃ意味が。すぐ済む簡単なゲームさ。私を見つけたのがこちらの意図するものか、それとも偶然なのか知りたいだけでね。ゲームの内容は
that is like, hey, you actually need to make some choices and prove that Suo is smart. She puts her finger to her lips.
私の名前を当てること。単純だろ?
It really isn't, but... Well, it is if you've read the book in question, but I would not have known. The corners of her lips twist into a smirk as I search my memory for a clue. Earlier, Sister Basquiat had shown me the class roster.
いや、名簿には24人目の名前
Proof
が
that's so smart.
記載されてなかった。
Yes. The only thing I learned was that there were not 23 students, but 24. That's of no use. The books that weren't as bad are the reason I'm here now. I take it a step further and consider the 4 books that have been at the top of the pile. Wuthering Heights, The Gospel of Judas, Finding Your Family Crest, and The Life of Mary Magdalene. I can figure it out from these titles. Among these books... It was Wuthering Heights that brought me here, so that is where I will start. Why would she have put books she took from the library on Nika's bed in the first place? Perhaps they're hiding another secret. Why did she put the books on Nika's bed? She has vendetta against the girls. She left them on the bed she could reach because she's sitting in a wheelchair and she can't reach the other beds. Now, the meaning of those books on the bed, the name of the girl in the wheelchair is hidden within one of them. If my guess is right, the book in which my name is hidden is the Gospel of Judas. And so her name would be hidden in... the book that she left topmost, which is Wuthering Heights. She said name, so...
名前に当てはまる固有名詞。どうした？もしかして総当たりで来ただけ？だったら興ざめだな。
I think hard and recall Heathcliff, the vengeful main character of Wuthering Heights. I look straight at this girl who's taunting me.
あなたの名前は？
Well, your name is a safe state here in case you want to get bad endings, but... Listen, even with all of these clues, I still do not understand how they want you to arrive at the actual conclusion. But I also haven't read Wuthering Heights, so I don't know. Her name is Erika, though. She's my favorite character in this series of games. You could say the party's in full swing.
Everyone in class has gathered around the stars of the party under the gazebo, and let out a small breath at the fact that the party hasn't come to an end yet.
さっさと行こう。私たちの分のケーキがなくなってしまいそうだからね。
I pushed this daring girl in the wheelchair along toward the lively gazebo. All at once the crowd was quiet. They're not looking at me, but at the girl in the wheelchair. They're clearly brimming with curiosity and unable to keep it bottled up inside.
その子って誰なの、スオちゃん。
Ichigo, one of the stars of the party, asks, and the girl in question gives her usual crafty cat-like smile.
途中編入のクラスメイトだよ、お嬢ちゃん。
She's going to attack the gazebo. Her tone is arrogant, but Ichigo doesn't seem to care and looks her new classmate up and down with great interest.
足が不自由なのがそんなに珍しいかい？
Even Ichigo realizes this is a sensitive topic and sticks her tongue out along with an apology. Then,
新しい旧友の方？途中編入なんて聞いていないけど。
Rika, the hostess of the party, jumps in, her question aimed more at me than the girl.
私もしばらく出てくるつもりはなかったんだけどね。彼女から。
She narrows her large eyes as she glances at me.
お友達への誤解を解いてほしいって頼まれたから、場違いだと分かってても来たのさ。誤解って？どうも本を執権していたのが委員長だと誤解されてたらしくてね。犯人の私が名乗り出に来たんだよ。
The mood, which had been dangerous yet calm, now fills with tension at these words.
どういうことなの、白羽さん。
You need sleep, but you don't want to sleep.
無断で借りていた
I
本を
mean, maybe try going for like 1 more hour so it's not that early yet. Or get something to drink. Like get up out of your chair or something. Walk a few steps, see if that wakes you back up. Yagaki's mouth curls up like a cat as she nods her affirmation.
あの子がしたことだったのか。
Dingo's voice echoes through the silent gazebo with sparking whispers from the class.
ちょっと待って。なんでそもそも私のベッドに置いたの？いえ、どうして白羽さんが。どうも私も勘違いしていたみたいだ。お遊びで暗号を仕掛けておいたのを気づいたのは委員長じゃなかったのか。
She looks up at me as I hold the grips of her wheelchair, and I only now realize that I haven't yet introduced myself.
私は白羽スオ、図書委員です。ごめんなさい。はじめに挨拶していなかったですね。
Put caddies on a disabled girl already if you're going to describe her as a cat every other non-dialogue box. For real though, like every time they describe Erika is like, oh, with her cat-like eyes and her cat-like demeanor and her cat like this and her cat like that. I'm like, she's literally just missing them. The actual caddies.
まあしょうがないよ。少し特殊な出会い方だったからね。だけど本に潜ませた不調に気づくなら学年トップの成績だっていう委員長だと思っていたけど違ったようだね。
Rika's white skin turns red at the implication that she's stupid. With a sidelong glance at Rika, who's trembling with rage, Mayuri, still holding her teacup, curiously asks what's going on. Ichigo, who's sitting next to her, looks guilty at having suspected Rika and whispers to her.
なんだかいろいろめんどくさいことになってるみたいだな。めんどくさいことなんてないわ。なんであんな誤解を受けるような真似をしたのかって聞いているの。理由は簡単さ。まだ編入前で貸し出しカードが使えなかったから、ちょいと拝借したのさ。返すのもあんた、委員長のベッドに置いたのは足がこれだから億劫になったってことかな。そんな自分勝手な。
Being a stickler for the rules, Rika probably wants to scold her, but
どうにも言いづらいのよね。
putting aside the fact that she's in a wheelchair, there's something about this girl that begs protecting. She's got a sharp tongue, but somehow she comes off like a naughty child.
それであんたは何さんっていうの？え？委員長の名前だよ。まさか名なしじゃないだろ？
I mean, technically we don't know your name yet either.
はなびしりかです。
With her hand on her hip, she enunciates the word clearly, like a teacher talking to an unruly student. The girl smiles.
そうか、りっかね。それじゃ 立花は感謝した方がいい。彼女が友達の誤解を解いてほしいって私に頼みに来たのだから。
Rika, who had been making a fierce expression, turns and looks at me blankly.
最初はこいつが委員長だと思っていたから、自分にかかった誤解を解いてほしいんだなと思っていたけど、まさか友人の誤解を解いてくれだなんて話だったなんてね。
Oh, thank you for the posture check.
甘くていやらしい話だ。
Oh, I haven't really cracked my fingers yet today. This was good.
白羽さんがまったく人のためならそう言ってほしかったよ。だったらこんな場所にのこのこ来なかったのに。
You would have planned this better. Rika falls silent, her cheeks flush scarlet, and in her stead, Ichigo asks the girl why she'd come.
白羽スオが私の名前を当てられたからさ。名前ってどういうこと？本に不調を隠したと言ったら、遊び半分で本を置いた相手が私だって分かるように潜ませておいたのさ。
Wow, says Ichigo, her eyes glittering. The girl in the wheelchair, on the other hand, looks annoyed. Encouraged by Mayuri, who is listening with great interest, I start to speak.
花火師さんのベッドに置かれていた紛失していた本、全部で10冊あったのだけど、
Ah,
紛失していた本の冊数は
okay, well, the game never told us that.
どういうこと？つまりそのうちの1冊は八重垣さんの私物だった。なぜ私物を紛れ込ませたのか考えていた時、
The thing that
あ
led
る
me
出
to
来
see
事が
it.
私は
Oops,
紛れ込ませた私物の
Sue
1
is
冊が
talking too slowly.
疑問を紐解いてくれると考えたの。
I take a sidelong glance at the girl who's watching the events unfold with a grin and continue.
花火師さんのベッドに置かれていた図書は上から嵐が丘、ユダの福音書、家紋を探る和のデザイン、そして紛れ込ませた彼女の私物、マグダラのマリアの生涯、とある出来事から物事の側面を見てみようと考えたら、あること。
随分と読む図書の幅が広いなとしか思えないんだけど。
She says with a giggle, earning her a warning glare. It's for Nika. Seeing that she's back on form, I rush on.
私も初めは自分と同じ処置だとしか思わなかったわ。でも彼女が紛れ込ませた一冊は何なんだろうって考えて、それで思いついたの。ああ、ここまで偶然が続いたなら乗っかるために足すしかなかったんだなって。
乗っかるって何？なんでそんな面倒なことを。
これは見方を変えれば簡単な連想ゲームなの。さっきあげた本から共通するものを取り出せばいい。私はこのタイトルの羅列から花言葉が潜んでいると分かったの。
The whole class seemed stumped by my words. Many of them laughed flowers, but it seems they didn't know about this.
一番上の嵐が丘を除いてユダの福音書、家紋を探る和のデザイン、マグ部屋の私たちの名前だったのよ。私の
Your namesake flower? Who the fuck knows their namesake flower?
西洋種はユダツリーと呼ばれている。キリストを裏切った弟子ユダがこの木で首を吊ったという伝
I
説に
mean,
ちなんで
I'm
ね。
guessing this would work out better in Japanese, but...
これがユダの福音書。
It's not a particularly pleasant name. I don't want to think my father knew about this when he named me, though.
次の家紋を探る和のデザインは家紋の専門書。花火師さんの姓にある花火師草という花は家紋の花火師紋に似ているところから付けられたそうよ。
Nika nods, seemingly convinced. Then she makes a bitter face, perhaps because it's now clear that Yaegaki had only been pretending not to know her name.
そしてマグダラのマリアの生涯はまゆりさんにかかっている。ユリという花はキリスト教圏では聖母マリアの花、マドンナリリーとして崇められているの。
Strictly speaking, the Virgin Mother and Mary Magdalene are two different people, but I look at Yaegaki. She's silently watching the events unfold.
最後に一番上に置かれていた嵐が丘。今までの花言葉から私はこれが彼女の名前に連なるものだと思ったの。でもクラスの中でこの名前を持つ者はいなかった。
23名のクラスメイトの中にいない24番目の生徒だと行き着いた。私は彼女に名を示せと言ったよ。
She smiles and announces her name to everyone.
嵐が丘が高名なのは復讐に身を捧げた主人公がとても。主人公の名はヒースクリフ。ツツジ科の花で英名はヒース。
Like,
荒野を意味し
I don't think this is something you can
Erika
come up
という
with if you do not speak Japanese, if you're only playing the English version of the game.
彼女の名前は八重
Like,
垣エリ
you
カ。
would not go from Heathcliff to Heathfield and then Erika? Like, the room goes completely silent. There are no jokes or whispered words, just silence. Then out of the blue, both of the Sasaki twins start clapping, huge smiles on their faces.
すごいすごい。今までこんな誕生日の余興はなかったよ。余興って、そう言ったらまずいのかな。でもみんなの誤解を解くために頑張って考えたんでしょ。だからすごいよ。私的に絶対真似できないし。大したもの。前のお茶会の時にリカちゃんに魔が差したんだろうって言ったけど、ごめん、早とちりだったね。いえ、私はごめんなさい。
The two of them bow their hats, making Nika flail her arms. The tension in the room dissolves and the previous harmonious mood returns.
くだらないな。そういうことは言わない。それでこれで一件落着ってことでいいんだよね。
I nod vaguely, looking at Yaegaki sulking in her wheelchair. When her eyes meet mine, she lets out a big sigh.
まあこれは勘違いしていた自分のミスってことにしておいてやるよ。
She moves her wheelchair over to Nika to have a word or two, but so many people are talking that I can't hear what she says.
大丈夫そうね。
Nika's expression is strained, but I'm sure Yaegaki has gone to apologize. And she returns Yaegaki's expression is not her usual defiant cat-like look, but one more appropriate to her age.
車椅子を引いてくれ。部屋に戻るぞ。
She tells me.
はいはい。
I shoot Mayuri a look, and as I grip the handles of her wheelchair, I think I should get this new girl some cake. I could go for some cake. I'm filled with a feeling of joy as I look up at the dim ceiling.
リカさんの誤解が解けて本当によかった。
I cleared up the misunderstanding at the Sasaki's birthday party, and now people were flocking to Rika as usual. Although I'm a little sad that I may have fewer opportunities to interact with her, I like seeing Rika be the popular class president. Plus, clutch the downy weightless comfort and bask in the feeling.
まゆりさんが褒めてくれたのよね。
Mayuri, who did not know about the false suspicions, told me how wonderful it was that I had found the true culprit. Of course, I didn't do it for the praise, but to be spoken of so highly by someone I admire.
嬉しいものよね。
I break into a beaming smile. If anyone could see me, I bet I would look like an idiot. But no one will.
ちょっといい？
Except for the other person that is now apparently climbing up the bed. As a hesitant voice whispers in my ear, and I almost let out a shriek. I hurriedly covered my own mouth to stiffen my voice and looked towards the figure peering at me from the ladder.
花火師さん。まゆりさんが起きてしまうわ。起きないようにって何？
I freeze when I see her serious expression, my mind going blank at all the possibilities.
ごめんなさい。こんな夜分に失礼よね。大丈夫です。お話があるんですよね。
She nods meekly and asks if she can get in with me.
どうぞ。
I can't refuse. Her timid expression relaxes and she dives into my bed.
近いんだけど。なんだか少し照れるわね。
It's the same CG, they just... Alright. How we spend my ear tickles. It's a single bed, and no matter how slim we are, two people are a tight fit.
抱き合ってる感じになってるんですけど。
Nika's leaning toward me, and her arms and chest are brushing lightly against my body. Touching me ever so slightly, I never thought I'd be so aware of it.
遅くにごめんなさいね。でも、どうしても早くお礼が言いたかったの。お礼って、もちろん今日のこと。二人きりで話したかったから、こんな時間になってしまったけど。
Seeing her fiddle with her braids bashfully, I hesitate over how to express myself humbly.
嬉しかった。白羽さんが私のことを気にかけて、あんなに親身になってくれるだなんて、ほとんどの人は話しかけてこなくなって、一部の人はそれでも心配して話しかけてくれたけど、白羽さんみたいに行動に移してくれる人なんていなかったから。花火師さん。ああ、ごめん。これじゃ陰口みたいよね。みんなの反応は普通だわ。ただ、私のためにしてくれた。そのことが本当に嬉しかったの。
It's like we've passed some threshold, and she squeezes my hand. The heat of her palm tickles me, and I feel warm to my
み
core.
んなと仲直りできてよかったですね。ええ、新しい友達もできたしね。
We giggle. I see the interaction between Nika and Yaigaki, but the other girl still seemed like she'd be a handful. But it had seemed to me a bit like a bratty child being scolded by her overbearing mother, and so perhaps the friendship might just work.
そういえば、八重垣さんに新しい紅茶の飲み方を教わりましたよ。え、どんな？私には教えてくれなかったのに。
Nika puffs out her cheeks adorably, and I tell her how to drink Russian tea.
ジャムを舐めながら紅茶をいただくの？
Excuse me?
クラッカーの添え物にあったいちごジャムで試してみましたけど。そうなの。今度
Do
試
you
して
mean
み
you're
ようか
just
しら。
going to eat something like you put jam on to your tea, or are you putting jam into your tea?
ぜひ。
Because the idea of putting jam into your tea does not sound like a good
で
one.
も、八重垣さんから教わったなら、もしかしてからかわれているのかもしれないわね。
I'm not thinking how it is entirely possible. We're about to burst out laughing, but we bury our faces in the comforter to stifle it.
今日は本当にいい日だわ。こんな風に白羽さんとお話ができるだなんて。
I'm the one who should feel that way, I think, but I'm too embarrassed to say so. Then the warmth of her smile fades and she gives me a serious look.
ねえ、白羽さん。助けてもらった私が言うことじゃないかもしれないけど、一つ頼みを聞いてくれないかしら。ええ、構わないわ。あのね。
Can we call each other by our first
もっ
name?
と白羽さんと仲良くなりたいの。だから、今、お互いに敬語で喋っているでしょ？それをやめたいなーって。
First, I don't even understand what she's saying.
すぐには難しいってわかるわ。だからまずは、私は白羽さんじゃなく、スオさんって呼ぼうと思う。だから、白羽さんは私をリッカって呼んでほしいの。
Not only her cheeks, but her whole face goes red. And I say,
リッカさん。
my face goes red too as I deliberately call my amitié partner by her first name for the very first time. This is not a thing we have here. Because we don't have this whole process of
出会いの年だった。
talking to people by their last name.
生涯を
Like
通しての
people your own age, I
たく
mean.
さんの友と出会うことになったが、
We have a formal you for people we're not close
その
with.
中でも
People we
得
don't
意と思
know.
われる人物、二人と出会
People
うこ
who
と
are
になる。
like your superiors at work, blah blah blah.
一人は禁止の髪
You
の
wouldn't
ペシミ
call
ス
your own classmate by their last name. You would just be
一人
using
は
your first name.
銀紙の髪のオプティミスト。品性、性質、天品、何もかも違って見えていても、鏡に映ったいびつな心は同じ像を映していた。
The same reaction.
金と銀、彼女たちの出会いは2回やのかい。
Chapter 3, Half Angel, Half Devil. Here for some more? A restrained voice asks.
ありがとう。
I hold my empty cup out to her.
今度はロシアンティーにしてみる？そうね。それじゃあそうしようかな。
My Amici partner, who has become much easier to talk to ever since that birthday party, nods and pours me some strongly fragrant tea. Then she spoons some strawberry jam into the teacup and stares. Oh, you do put the
八
jam
重
in
垣
there.
さんの言うロシア式の方が良かったかしら。あれはあれで美味しかったですけどね。
Yagaki showed me her method of making Russian tea 6 days ago. It seemed she'd been pulling my leg after all. The correct way to make Russian tea is to stir the jam into the cup, not to lick the jam while drinking the tea, but...
お行儀は悪かったけど、なかなかない体験ができてよかったわ。
Recalling how the two of us licked the jam as we drank the tea, I giggle. I take the cup she passes to me and have a sip. I feel that this Russian tea, with its sweet strawberry aroma, is better than usual.
内緒だから美味しく感じるのかしら。
In secret? Just as I think this,
私も。
Ringo, having joined a night tea party, gazes at us with sleepy eyes as she presents her cup.
あ、それなら私も。いちご姉は共食いになるからよした方がいい。それを言うならリンゴはアップルティー飲んでるじゃんか。
Ika looks at the boisterous twins with a troubled expression and prepares some tea. In contrast, Mayuri interrupts them by shoving some homemade cookies into their mouths.
静かに。夜こっそりお茶会してるなんてバレたらまずいだろ。
That's right, after the birthday party, although Rika and the twins had made up, Rika was overly serious and unable to snap out of it easily. I proposed a night tea party with the Sasaki twins out of concern for her. Always a stickler for the rules, Rika rejected the idea at first. After explaining it all though, she begrudgingly agreed. Obviously, I had to ask Mayuri since we would be using the room. She agreed with an easy why not, and this is now the third time we've held a night tea party, however...
どうぞ。リンゴさんにはリンゴジャムにしたわね。はあ、これで姉妹揃って共食い仲間。
I'm not sure you should be saying that.
よし、双子は揃ってなくちゃね。
So it's okay if you both do it? Rika asks as she takes a sip of her tea. There's something motherly about the way she looks out for the twins.
これならもう心配ないみたいね。
Nika was originally afraid it would be awkward since she'd gotten angry about breaking the rules, but now that we're on our third tea party, I feel like they're even closer than before.
私も仲良くなれたよね。スオさんも今度は他のジャムを試してみたら？リンゴ以
I
外
think
に
you
も
have so many
あん
different
ずや
jams
ブルー
all
ベリー
open
も
at the
買って
same
あるわよ。
time. They're gonna go bad if you don't eat them.
そうね。今度試してみるわ、リッカさん。
I would always only open like one sort, and then once that one is emptied out, you get to try another one, because if you have like 5 of them open, you're never going to get through them. As we talked about that night, we're now on a first name basis. It won't be long until we aren't just amitié partners, but real friends.
そういえば部の先輩に聞いたんだけど、今度オリエンテーリングがあるんだってね。オリエンテーリングって？
I cock my head at this word, which I've honestly never heard before. Ichigo blinks with surprise and makes exaggerated gestures, asking if I really don't know.
だってほら、小学生の時とかボーイスカートの時とかにやったじゃない。あれ、もしかしてやってたのってうちの方だけ？
私の学校でもあったよ。校外学習の一環でクイズを交えたお遊び的なものだったけどね。白羽さんのところではやってなかったんだ。
I was homeschooled.
ええ。
How could I know about this? I never really went to school.
でも意外ね。そういうのって子供の頃だけだと思っていたわ。ミッションスクールでもやるなんて。子供の頃にやった遊びじゃなくて本格的なやつだっていう話ですよ。本格的って？なんでもちゃんとした競技としてオリエンテーリングをやるんだって。 と地図とコンパスを持ってチェックポイントをたどりながらどれだけ早く走破できるか競うっていうスポーツみたいな感じらしいよ。
ちゃんと競技としてあるのね。
I've never done it, so I can't quite imagine how one would compete at it. If it's just competing for the best time, it sounds essentially the same as a marathon to me.
確かちゃんとした競技としてのオリエンテーリングはチェックポイントからゴールまでの地図読みやどう向かった方が効率的に行えるかのナビゲーション技術も必要なんだ。ただのレクリエーションじゃないんだよ。
Explanation fills in the blanks for me. It isn't just a race. If we have to use the map to navigate checkpoints, then it's also a battle of wits.
なんだか面白そうですね。学院周りの森を使ったオリエンテーリングらしいけどね。全校生徒参加だけど実はちょっと困ってるんだよね。
困ってるって？
オリエンテーリングなんだけど3人1組の参加みたいなんだよ。私たちと組んでくれるノリのいいもう一人が見つからなくて。
2人の調子に合わせるのは難しいだろうけど頼みっていうのは
I wonder who the twins are sharing the room with.
だから最近仲良くなった人に頼みたいんだ。なので
At the word recently, Rika braces herself.
スオちゃんに一緒に回ってもらえないかと思ったのです。
Huh, me. I unthinkingly raised my voice. I'm touched and happy they're asking me, but
3人1組って言っていたし。
surely it would make the most sense to be in a group with my amitié partners. But that's not what we're going to be choosing this time around. Ichigo leans towards me earnestly. Maligo looks up at me with large teary eyes.
わかりました。一緒に行動しましょう。
I say.
本当に？降り得てくれるの？
She's a strange way of shortening the word and I feel slightly pressured, but I nod and say yes.
ちょっと待って。さっきも話していたけど3人1組でしょ？ならアミティエ同士で組んだ方がいいわ。私もスオーさんと。はい。
I ask, but her cheeks flush and she averts her gaze.
初々しいですな。これが見られただけでもよしとしよう。
Seeing them nod at each other, Mayuri grins wryly.
そこまでにしとこうか。立花もさっき言ったけど3人1組だろ。だったら1年生はみんなアミティエ同士で出るんじゃないか。省かれたら2人のアミティエがかわいそうだろ。
そうよ、そうだわ。
冗談だよ。初めからアミティエ同士で組もうと思っていたって。でもスオちゃんとの友情を図りたくなった乙女心を分かってほしいな。私たちを優先して嬉しかった。
Does Hasagi twins say with mischievous smiles?
そういえばさっき部の先輩がって言っていたけど2人は部に入っているの？
あれ、話してなかったっけ？
Nope.
りっちゃんさんには話していたと思う。
私も聞いてないと思う。忘れていたならごめんね、リンゴさん。
大丈夫、冗談だもの。
もう。
Seeing the two of them joking around makes me realize how close they've become. I feel happy for them, but also a little left out.
それでいちごさんとりんごさんは何部に入っているの？
確か学院の部って3つしかなかった気がする。
学院公認の正式な部は合唱部と文芸部、それと天文部ね。どれも2人からはイメージしづらいけど。
ひどいな。2人とも天文少女なんだよ。夜な夜な星の光を求めて望遠鏡を覗いているんだ。素敵ですね。
いや、この流れは冗談だよ。実際は何の部活なんだ？
もう通用しないか。私たちはね、なんと2人とも料理部に入っているんだ。
料理部って学院には3つの部だけって今さっき言ってたじゃないか。さすがにもう担がれないよ。
これは冗談じゃないんだけど。
もしかして入部しているっていうのも嘘だったり？
信用してくれない
Yeah,
よ。
that's what happens if you choke one too many times.
これが狼少年現象。
Seeing them half in tears, I quickly intervene and tell my Amici partner something I had heard earlier.
いちごさんたちが言っていることは本当なの。学院公認の部は確かに3つなのだけど、学生からどうしてもって申請があって、料理部、手芸部、美術部は部として認められているらしいの。
そうなの？
図書委員で美術部に所属している先輩から部の用事で何度か曜日を変わったりしているから。
なるほど。白羽さんが言うなら間違いないな。
でも佐々木さんたちが料理部に入っているなんて意外だわ。そう？お料理のできる女の子って可愛くない？
Maybe.
そうかもしれないけど、女子校で可愛さを誰にアピールするんだよ。
先生とか？
Everyone is clearly thinking of Sister Basquiat, who seems unable to resist cute things.
まあ本当は部で作った料理を食べられるのが一番なんだけどね。
そんなことだろうとは思っていたわ。
I mean, it would be a waste, right? If you spend a bunch of hours after school in a club and then baking something to eat and then you wouldn't even be allowed to eat it. We all have a laugh. Then sleepy-eyed Lingo sitting next to me takes my hand.
それでそうちゃんは何部に入っているの？何部って？
With a drowsy gaze fixed on me, I'm unsure what to say.
もしかして冗談を返すのを期待されているのかしら？
The literary club. I look her in her eyes and make up my mind.
その文芸部に。文芸部すっごく似合
The
う
bit where
ね。
everyone else gets to eat it. I mean, the only thing that would be fun is like everyone has to make like a recipe and then someone else gets to eat it. Like everyone, I don't know, has to pull a piece of paper and it's like, okay, this is what you're going to be doing tonight. And then someone else has to eat it.
確かにもともと図書委員だから当たり前か。
She was joking though.
嘘でしょとか言ってくれないの？
そんな、私たちアミティにも相談してくれないなんて。
いや、仕方ないよ。私たちだって個人的なことを全部明かしているわけじゃないんだし。
わかるわ。わかるけど、でも。
I quickly flap my hand and tell Lika, who's looking at me like a sad rain-drenched puppy, that it's not true.
冗談よ。文芸部に入ったというのは嘘。佐々木さんたちがやっていたから、私も冗談を言った方がいいのかなって思って。
そうなの？なら、スオさんは私へ黙って部活に入っていないのね。
Though I have a feeling, didn't I say at the beginning that everyone is supposed to join a kind of club? I'm surprised they haven't yet chosen. She puts her hand to her chest and breathes a thank goodness, and I wonder why she's so relieved about it.
白羽さんでも冗談を言うのか。ちょっとびっくりしたな。まあ、私たちは忙しいし、部活に入るなんて余裕ないしね。
はあ、本当に入ってないんだ。ちょっとそれってまずいよ。
なんでよ。
クラスで何かしらの委員をしている人は忙しくて入ってない子もいるけど、委員にも部にも入ってない子なんていないよ。
私は学級委員だし。
Now I'm on the library council.
なんだよ。そんなかわいそうな目で私を見るな。
このままだとゆりちゃんはニートになってしまう。
ならんわ。でも委員でない子は全員入ってるって冗談だろ？
害のない冗談は言うけど、こんなことで嘘は言わないよ。ゆりはクラスに友達が多いからまだいいけどさ、趣味から友達を作ろうって考えるのは割と普通でしょ。みんなさっき挙げた6部活、もしくは個人でやってるサークルに所属してるよ。
I mean, she could join a cooking club. She does like baking already.
そうだったのか。いつの間にか取り残されているなんて。
Mayuri seems a bit shocked.
友達を作るのが目的ならもういいんじゃ。
Mayuri gets along with everyone in class, so I don't think she needs to worry about that. The one who ought to join a club to make friends is me.
ねえ、よかったら明日の放課後3人で部活動を見学しに行ってみない？でもリッカさんは学級委員長をしているし。別に見学しに行ったら絶対に入らなくちゃいけないってものでもないわ。
Makes sense.
それにせっかく入学したのだもの。何か部活をやってみたいって気持ちもあるし。そうですね、いいかも。
ほう、アミティエが私を気遣ってくれた。
そうね、感謝しなさい。
Excited by the playful exchange between the two of them, the twins lean in eagerly.
それじゃあ明日うちの料理部にも来てよ。面白い先輩も紹介するからさ。いちごさんが面白いっていう先輩か。私としてもお墨付き。
Ooh. I feel a bit nervous when Ringo gives a thumbs up. Something about an upperclassman I never met before is terrifying.
でも
Club activities. The old me never could have done this. This is progress.
どんな出会いがあるのだろう。
It is! Unable to stop the smile from spreading across my face, I look down and stuff a spoonful of leftover apple jam from the Russian tea into my mouth. We're gonna level up to a level 3 goon! Slowly walking our way towards the social anxiety final boss. The next day after class. The three of us, as promised, arrive at the floor with the club rooms and step inside. We chat about what we see while making our way through the building for the first time, and at last we arrive at a door whose placard reads Cooking Research Association. I just figured it was a chatty laid-back club where enjoying yourself was more important than cooking, but...
これは
思っていたよりもちゃんとした料理部だね。
With aprons over their uniforms and serious expressions on their faces, the students are all working diligently. There are 7 members in total. One is skillfully using a knife to cut vegetables, while another rhythmically stir-fries something. A spicy scent wafts through the air and tempts our group, who have all grown hungry after class.
来てくれたんだ。
Ichigo whips off her apron and, after trotting over, takes Mayuri's hand.
やっぱり切羽詰まってる人は違うね。
そのネタまだ引っ張るつもり？
リンゴさ
Ringo also strolls her way as she rolls up her apron.
ん、リンゴ、先輩に許可取ってきて。了解。
She gives a thumbs up and goes to speak with a short-haired student. I imagine she must be the one in charge. With a wok still in her hand, the upperclassman smiles at us after hearing Ringo's request.
見学させていただきます。
I say and all 3 of us bow our heads.
面白い先輩ってあの人？
違う。桜木先輩はこの部の両親。紹介したいっていう先輩は今日は来ていないんだ。
Ah,
掛け持ちでやっているからそっちと被ると来られないんだよ。そうなの。
hearing that the upperclassman with the Sasaki seal of approval is not here, I feel both relief and disappointment.
なんだろう、失礼だけど新人を見逃したような。でもすごく本格的なのね。部活だと言っていたからもっと軽い感じだと
Well,
思っ
it
てい
does
たわ。
say Research Association, not club.
実は私的にも入部するまではそう思ってたんだよね。おばあちゃんが料理教室をやっててお友達とのお話がメインだったからここもそうなのかってさ。美味しいお菓子を食べ放題だと思っていた。本格的な調理法が学べそうね。今月は中華月間。
Ooh.
お菓子作りはまだまだ先なのですよ。そうなの。お菓子作りもするならまゆりさんも入部してみたら？
お菓子作りだけならレシピを増やすために入ってもいいけど、
She looks at the upperclassman cooking away.
料理はここで言うことじゃないかもだけど、あまり興味がな
I
く
feel
て。
it though. I like baking more than I like anything in regards to cooking.
そうなの？お菓子作りとそう手順は変わらないよね。
Like, it doesn't really make sense because You get more out of being able to cook for yourself, like properly cook for yourself, than you get out of being able to bake well. But baking is more fun than cooking it.
お菓子作りは作ったものを自分で食べるからいいけど、和食洋食は自分一人のために作るのはなんというか面倒というか。
お菓子も自分で食べるって言ってるのに。
Mayuri scratches her head, unable to convey her meaning, seeing her struggling to express herself.
私なんとなくわかるわ。
I say.
どういうことかね、スオちゃん。私は祖父と二人きりだったから料理は私が作っていたんだけど、一人の時はなんとなく作る気がしないのよ。一人だと簡単なもので済ませてしまおうとか。
ああ、そう、その感覚に近いかもしれない。
Mayuri takes my hand and nods, and I look down to hide my blushing.
確かに誰かに振る舞おうと思えば頑張って凝った料理も作るものね。
まだ見ぬ旦那様のための練習じゃないかな。
This remark is so unlike Ichigo, and we react with rather unfeminine astonishment. Yet the club members seem somewhat embarrassed too.
花嫁修行の一環としてね。それならわかるわ。
Okay. Mika's watching the upperclassmen cook as though she gets it now. I look at Mayuri, who seems to have a hint of loneliness in her eyes as she stares down at her hands.
で、どう？入部してみる？
Are you guys still holding hands though? There was not a single textbook saying like, oh, she let go of my hand.
今なら入会金無料だよ。
それは魅力的だけど、見に来た部活動はここが初めなの。だから他の部も回ってみて決めてみるわ。
Having gently turned the twins down, she turns her attention towards us.
長々いるのもご迷惑だし、それじゃあおいとましましょうか。
Sure. After leaving the cooking club.
料理部も驚いたけど、
手芸部もかなり真剣に活動しているのね。驚いたわ。
I look at Mayuri, who seems to have a hint of loneliness in her eyes as she stares down at her hands.
手芸部ってマフラーだとか
Sometimes the text
作る
boxes
だけかと思っていた
are
け
there
ど。
twice for whatever reason. I do not know why. Like either someone fucked up in copying the script over from the translation and they accidentally put the same text in again, or
人形まででしょ。まさか個人がぬいぐるみを編み物で作れるなんてびっくりしたよ。
I was also genuinely surprised to see them using hook crocheting needles to make teddy bears.
リカさん？
Out of concern, I call out to Rika, who's folding her arms and knitting her brows.
やっぱり無理よね。
無理って？
もともと手芸には興味があったんだけど、あんなに複雑なものだと思っていなくて。マフラーやセーターくらいなら編めるかと思ったんだけど。
Knitting a muffler is one of the easiest things to do, though. Actually, knitting, when you start knitting, a muffler is like the first thing you should really try to do. Like, it doesn't have to be a super long one, but it's just like getting used to the whole feeling of the needles. And if you want to feel fancy, you can even make it. Oh god, I do not know the proper English words for everything involved in knitting, but like, because it's easy. It's just doing one row after the other over and over and over. You don't really have to worry about turning around on anything. You just do the same movement over and over. You really get used to it, and then at some point you'll just have like a 2 meter long thing in your lap, and you think to yourself, "Damn, where'd all my yarn go?"
体験入部でやらせてもらった時、編み棒をセーターに突き刺してたものね。
Or sweater, the first lesson is a little hard, no? Nika was clumsy with the needles, much to my surprise, and despite her best efforts, there was no way she'd be able to make something as complex as lace. She couldn't even spool knit, which is something even children can do. She just tangled the yarn into balls.
憧れと現実は違うのね。
Aww.
私向いてないんだわ。
Nika slumps her shoulders, and I say, let's go see another club. Maybe there's something else that's for you.
まあ人それぞれだし、他の部活を見学しに行きましょう。
I would love to get back into knitting, but like, Nika stares into my eyes as she takes in these words.
スオさんにもアンにダメだって言われたわ。
That is not what I said.
そんなこと。
I hold my face in my hands and cringe.
白羽さんは気を使ってくれたんじゃないか。趣味と仕事は分けた方がいいとも言うし。
まゆりさんもダメだって言うのね。
いや、それはまあ。
Maybe she's remembered the tangled ball of yarn everywhere as Mayuri's a rare loss for words at Nika's remark and tries to cover it up with a vague smile.
でもとりあえずは様子見でいいんじゃない？結構お金かかるみたいだったし。
確かに。
I nod. I didn't ask the cooking club, but I suppose the monthly fee would be quite costly. Although this academy has many wealthy students, there's an allowance on how much money can be sent from home, so we have to be careful what it was spent on.
そうね。お茶会で振る舞う茶葉のこともあるし。
お菓子は私が作っていったり、みんなから徴収して買ったりしてるけど、紅茶は委員長の善意だものな。
The discussion has suddenly taken a serious turn.
立花じゃないけど、他のもいろいろ見て決めればいい。私としては次は美術部を見学したいな。
そうね。他の部も見に行きましょうか。
Nika smiles at last, and Mayuri takes her by the hand and heads to the next room. Ayo. We had at our club longer than at the craft club. I like how it's two different ones though.
だった？
Because usually people call it something like arts and crafts, and then like crafts are something completely different from art. Most of the time, because people who focus on art, they mostly focus on like painting and everything associated with painting. And then crafts is creating. Well, painting is also a kind of creation, but... Nika asked Mayuri who had been listening intently at the club, and she twirls her hair.
入部してみようかなとは思うんだけど。
She answers evasively.
何か引っかかることがあったの？活動内容があんまりだったとか？
先輩がどうだとか、油絵だけがやりたいから石膏はしたくないとか、そういう理由じゃなくて。
She holds back and we lean in towards her.
やっぱりお金がきついんだよ。
Her shoulders slump.
まあ自分用のイーゼルだとか筆、絵の具、石膏とか素人目から見ても入り用だものね。
他に使うところがなければ美術部もいいんだけど、趣味でお菓子作りもしてるしな。あれも地味に費用がかかっているし。
I watch as Mayuri puts her chin in her hand and gazes out the window in a manly fashion. How do you gaze out a window in a manly fashion? So school subject art pertains to the creation of imagery, whereas crafts pertain to the creation of objects. Yeah, thank you. You know what? Next time I do not know how to form a sentence. I'll just ask you, and you're gonna do all my commentary. Sounds good, right? I can't talk. Money I needed, but it's not important to me. I recall a line from a movie I saw a long time ago, Night on Earth.
まあ真逆の意味で思い出したんだけどね。
I think there's someone for games like these where there's a bunch of references. I think there's always people who like write down every single reference. I have a feeling I should read all of the books they're referencing. Or like I would love to do it, but there's so many.
何か言った？スオ
I
さ
don't
ん。
think it's something I could achieve.
もしかして妙案が？
Feeling the pressure of Mayuri's sharp gaze, I hurriedly changed the subject.
そういえば体験入部の説明の中でラフモデルをやっていると聞いて驚いたわ。あれって専門の学校でなくてもやっているんですね。
I say this out of desperation, but for some reason the two look somewhat impressed.
白羽さんからその話題を振ってくるとは思わなかったな。
言うなら絶対まゆりさんだと思っていたのに。
I only brought it up because it had left such a strong impression. Only now do I realize that it seems like I mentioned it because I'm interested. My entire face and neck turned red.
白羽さんの言うようにヌードデッサンまでやってるっていうのは驚きだったな。 でもここって人里離れてるし、モデルの人を呼ぶの大変じゃないのかな。
週に一度だって話してたけど、そう考えるとおかしいわね。
Maybe there's a teacher?
もしかして
Or the students, yeah.
ううん生徒
I
同
mean,
士で
frankly,
順
there's
番ずつ
nothing
モデルになっているんじゃない
sexual
かしら。
about nude modeling in art. Because everyone who is actually just going to be too focused on trying to get the human body quite right.
生徒がヌードデッサンのモデルに？
Mayuri asks, astonished, and I immediately think back to the scenes at the dormitory baths.
集中できるわけないじゃない。
It's not that bad.
でも学院の立地を考えたらありえる話なのか。でもヌードデッサンか。
Mayuri gazes out the window, so decision whether to join has grown more complicated. Then, with a smile like Yaigaki, she turns and questions me.
私が入部したら白羽さんも入ってくれる？
Surprised to be sure. My métier partner has invited me.
高坂さんも入部するなら
I answer.
何かおかしなことを言ったかしら。正気なのスオさん。今の質問の意図はまゆりさんもそうだけど。
It has been a while. Yes. Hi. I'm good. Hi. How you
ス
been?
オさんもヌードデッサンのモデルをやってみんなに描かれるっていうことなのよ。
やった。これで踏ん切りがついたよ。白羽さんみたいな美人の裸が鑑賞できるなら部費も安いってものだ。
About your very straight friends. Case in point.
Case in point.
Yeah, we joined a Catholic missionary school, but also gay, lesbians, whatever you want to say. None of these people are straight. Personally, I do not think any of these people are straight.
あなたね。
Though
お
I
風呂
don't
場で
think
も
that
恥
there's
ずかし
like
が
an
って一
actual
緒に入って
mention
くれ
of
ないだろう。でも
outright
美術の
sexuality
ため
at
なら
any
一肌
point.
脱ぐって言うんだ。
It's not gay until the socks come.
立花もどう？入部する価値あるんじゃないの？
That's true.
私は
I wave my arms and say no way to Rika, who's giving me an impassioned look.
よく考えないで答えてしまってみんなの前で裸になるなんて無理です。それに私の貧相な裸なんて。
To get naked in front of Mayuri with her enviously beautiful pale skin would be psychological torture. I'd never be able to look at myself in a mirror again. Okay, I have a question though. Like, just by the way they're drawn and shaded in, wouldn't Sue actually be the more pale person here? Because Mayuri has more of a warm yellowish undertone to her skin. Well, Rika definitely is pale. And with Sue, you can't really... Well, because she's blushing right now, it actually skews up the color a little bit, but... Sue and Rika basically have the same skin tone. Meanwhile, Mayuri is the only one who feels more...
白羽さんが貧相ならクラスのみんなそうになるよ。佐々木さんとか幼
In
児に
my
なっちゃう
personal
し。
opinion, but...
スオさんのスタイルと比べるのはさすがに酷よ。私だって水着とか体の線がわかる格好でなら隣に立ちたくないわ。隣に？あ、違うの。嫌いだとかの意味じゃなくて。もう、まゆりさんが言い出したことなんだから、収集つけ
all
な
of
さ
the
いよ。
characters are voiced, so I don't have to read everything out myself. Mayuri smiles at the annoyed Rika the way Yaigaki does.
そうだね。これくらいにしておくか。それじゃあ次は文芸部でも行ってみようか。白羽さんが好きそうだしね。
It seems like she's put an end to the discussion over whether we'll join the art club or not. I put my hand to my chest to help calm my palpitations and nod. Much easier when you don't have to read it all yourself. It is. Like,
If I read for myself, it's all good. I don't care whether something is voiced, because if I read a visual novel for myself, I'm a dirty voice line skipper. Like, as soon as I've read a text box, I will press next, regardless of if they finish talking or not. But for when I stream, I do like to let them talk, because it feels rude. It feels rude. I don't mind if I do it for myself, but it feels rude if I show off the game and I just keep cutting them off. Also, it would make it harder for you guys to follow along with the text if you all had to, I don't know, go at my speed the entire time. But yeah, I can relax my voice a little, for sure. You do the same when you play by yourself. Yes! Sometimes you just gotta get it over with. Like, not even because the game is bad or anything, but just like, okay, listen, I do not have time to listen until you finish by the time I've read the same text box 5 times over. We take a look at this literary arts club and the astronomy club, 2 of the official clubs at the academy. Then, as we're on our way to the final official club, the choir, I have a terrible premonition. Voice line speed settings for news so you can hear the entire voice line before you finish reading. Ha ha ha. I'm about to remember her. Of course a choir would have it. I hadn't realized it until now, but a place where people sang would surely have one. I should be okay just seeing it.
あまり気にしないでいいよ。
If you read it all aloud, it would take much longer, for sure. I strain every nerve not to have my amitié partners nowadays.
いや今日は最高の日だ。こんな美人と出会えたのだから。
There she is. A new character. An upperclassman appears suddenly and slings her arms around her shoulders, flattering us in an easy masculine tone. It's such a bizarre behavior that I'm at a loss for words, and my previous worry dissipates into this new one. Nika starts, but then the girl spreads her arms wide and bows like a magician to greet us.
僕の名前は八代ゆずりは。二階屋の会の会長をしている。まあ、生徒会のようなものだね。入学式の時挨拶したから見覚えがあるんじゃないかな。あ、それと当然合唱部の部員の一人だよ。
Her skin is porcelain white and her eyes are steel blue. She runs her finger through her silvery, almost white hair, which I can tell is soft and silky. I have 2 problems with that text. Once again, she is not as white as Suo is. Also, that hair is not almost white. Thank you for the follow. But I get the silvery part. I really do, but that is not almost white. She wears a silvery hair and a ponytail that runs down her back, tied up with a big scrunchie.
こんな綺麗な人は初めて見たわ。
The clear lines of her body are womanly, but her cool gaze and manner of speaking. Unlike her looks, her behavior is androgynous, and her unexpected contrast makes my heart thump. I can't help but be captivated by her, still.
さあ、それでは見学者の名前を聞こうじゃないか。まずはそこのメガネちゃんからだ。はい、私は。
As I watch them exchange names, I'm dumbfounded at my first encounter with what is sometimes called a wasted beauty. She's visually captivating, and I wonder if she's a mixed race, but her words and actions. Maybe it's just because it's the first time I'm meeting her, but her personality leaves something to be desired.
私は高坂まゆりです。3人はアミティエで。
Don't be fucking rude, so.
高坂。ほう、コーカサスオオカブトを連想する良い名字だ。夏になったらまた遊びに来たまえ。
はあ。
それで黒髪美人な君は何というお名前かな。白羽スオです。
It's such a JP thing to write.
スオ。スオ。どこかで聞いたことがあったような。
We exchange glances as she crushes her silver eyebrows with her slim finger, as though something were troubling her.
どうしよう。どうしたら。
初めて会う人種だ。 一度出直した方がい
I
いか
think
な。
her personality is still gonna be the same if you come back later.
それがいい。
I don't think that's gonna help.
ああ、すまない。つい考えに没頭してしまった。それで3人は合唱部の見学者ということでいいのだね。
Yes.
そうか。残念ながら合唱部の部長はまだ来ていないが、まあ僕が許可を出そう。それで構わないね、君たち。
She calls to the choir members behind her. Everyone answers yes in beautiful harmony. Personally, I get the feeling they're smirking.
それでお三方は経験者なのかい？見学に来たということは。
いえ、そういうわけではなくて、ただ3人と
We
も
have not
無に未加
excessively
入
cat
な
and not
ので、
excessively
いろいろと
silver.
見て回っていて、
Next we have excessively blonde. I don't remember when exactly though, but sometimes in the first game still. So keep in mind excessively blonde.
先輩が
ゆずりはと呼んでくれ。
八代先輩が説明をなさるのですか？
最近の子はシャイなんだな。普段この僕が部の活動説明などをすることはない。ラッキーだったね、君たち。
And for the pet and the posture check. We can only give vague smiles. Yet Shiro pushes aside oh my god, pushes aside her silver bangs.
それでは始めよう。
She says. Oh, we don't actually get to see it.
とまあ大体がこんなところだが、質問はあるかい？
いえ、
大丈夫です。
I take a sidelong glance at the two of them respond, still clearly overwhelmed. I can't hide my surprise either. I hadn't
ま
expected.
さか真面目に案内するなんて。
I mean, she is the student council president. Given what we'd seen of her already, even though she'd said she would give us a tour, we'd expected it to get derailed, and so we'd been caught completely off guard. Yet Sushiro's tour had been witty, easy to understand, and it covered all the important points. I have a tendency to lose my concentration when hearing about something that doesn't interest me, but her explanation never bored me and left me feeling surprised and impressed.
二階屋の会の会長だものね。ただの変な人。
Not excessively Ojo-sama. The not excessively Ojo-sama would actually go very well with the excessively blonde. Keep that in mind. I shake my head again, thinking how rude I thought that was.
何か質問があるかい？スオー君。
I seek backup from my métier partners, but they avert their gazes.
話されていなかったですけど、部費はたくさんかかるのでしょうか？機
It's a
材
good
が多い
question
よ
to
う
ask,
ですけど。
actually. I just go on and ask, since the cost has been the main factor stopping us from joining the clubs up until now. The not excessively blonde, not excessively Ojo-sama does not have twin tails, no. For some reason, what I say seems to strike a chord with Yatsushiro. She leans in so close that she could kiss me and stares at me intently.
なんでしょうか？いや、今まで部費がどうのと聞かれたのは初めてだったからね。そういう角度の質問もあるのかと思って、大いに感心し。なるほど。この学院に通っているからと省いていたが、盲点だった。
She nods, continuing to stare at me. Every time she bats her long, silvery lashes, I expect to hear the flutter of a butterfly's wings. My heart also flutters as I gaze at her pure, statuesque beauty.
君、名は？はじめにスオーと。
No, she's not an Ojo-sama. Not at all.
適当でなく、きちんとフルネー
The
ムで知り
options
た
are
くなって
slightly
ね。
cut off, yeah, because I was a dumbass and I
こ
didn't
のメモ帳へ
properly
名前を書いてくれたまえ。
resize my layout. So a few parts of a game are always gonna be cut off. Like the most. It's the same actually. You cannot see. Hold on. It's like also on the left here we're missing a little bit. On the right here we're missing a little bit. It's a little fucked up, but I couldn't make it any better than this. I'm sorry. What eye color does she have? Green? Green or a very, very light blue? But also no, there's nothing important about the options down there. The Numantis green. Yeah, no, it's just no, we're good. I'm not in your head yet. No, it's just I fucked up something with my layout. I need to make sure it's actually a proper 16:9 ratio again. So I keep struggling to just push the game somewhere and hope for the best, that there's nothing important is ever in the corners. Which it usually isn't. People usually center the important stuff. Actually, if I think about Josama types and blonde twin tails, I have one specific character in mind. It's from a really old anime. Just from a really, really old anime. Which I don't... The problem is I don't even remember what the anime is called. Her design was an experience. I'll have to see if I can find her somehow one day. She's still staring at me as I take the pen and write my name. Then her eyes widen and she clasps an arm around my shoulders.
Suo. Hanazuoか。ああ、そうだ。確かに耳にしたことがある。ユダツリーの君だったね。なぜ私のことをどうしてだと思う？
She raises a finger to her lips with a devilish smile. You're the upperclassman the Sasakis were talking about. I search for something I might have in common with Yatsushiro.
もしかして。なんだい？恥ずかしがらずに言ってみるといい。双子の佐々木姉妹から聞いていたのではないですか？
She claps my shoulder with her arm wrapped around me as though applauding.
大したものだ。なるほど。佐々木くんたちが頭が切れるというのもうなずける。そう。佐々木くんたちから君のことを聞いていたのさ。ユダツリーの話で覚えていたので、名前を見るまでピンとこなかったが。
Please do not
ユ
keep
ダと
calling
知り合
me
えて
Judas.
光栄だよ。
Judas, how do you actually say his name?
その言い方だと、あまり光栄に思われていないような。
It's probably not a great name to have at a Catholic school.
それじゃ佐々木さんたちが面白い先輩を紹介すると言っていたのは
当然僕のことさ。まあ平々凡々たる僕じゃ面白いなんて
So
形容詞
she's
は
in a
恐れ
cooking
多いけど
club
ね。
and in a choir and she's a student council president.
いや十分面白い先輩ですよ。
Mayuri whispers from behind and all I can do is smile wryly.
合唱部と料理部どちらも兼任していてね。まあそうだったんですか。ああそうそう。それでユダ君の質問だったね。
No.
確か違います。部費の話を上からああそうだ部費か。金銭面での心配はないよ。うちは正規の部だからね。その手当からはみ出してしまった場合だけ皆で割って払うことになっているけど、僕が入部してからこっち
Sounds like
そ
she's
んな事
doing
態に
well.
なったことはないね。
部費がかからない。
Rika mutters, twirling her braids. For Rika, who pays for the tea parties herself, this is probably a serious topic.
正式な部文芸部天文部もそうなのですか？
当然文芸部は正本代くらいだし、天文部はかかる費用が高すぎて逆に生徒から徴収はしないよ。
They're astronomical. Ha ha ha, you're very fine.
うちに入る気
私は
ならメガネちゃんは？君は合唱ブルックスだろう。
勝手にらしい顔と言われても
She does though.
でも
She does look
そう
like
です
she
ね。
could be long in a choir. She looks around at the chorus, fixating particularly on the brass instrument.
少し考えたいです。
She answers, Yatsushiro says okay, then clasps her hands together and turns her gaze to the door.
それでは俳優は部長にしてもらうことにしよう。悔しいが人当たりは僕よりも上だからね。
As usual, she cocks out at a word she does not understand. Yet Shiro goes to the door and waves her hands before it like a magician. The sound of a heavy door opening.
また悪ふざけをしているのゆずり
There she is! Miss Excessively Blonde. A girl as pretty as a fairy appears.
なのかしら
ああ、だから君に後を頼みたいんだ。
Gold and silver. All I can do is stare at the two of them talking, feeling as though I'm unfit even to be
あ
in
な
their
たが
presence.
スオさん
I hear her speak my name in a cool voice, and the color finally returns to my world.
ごきげんよう私はコミカドネルニ二階屋の会の副会長合唱部の部長をしているわよろしくね
Her golden hair shines under the rays of the setting sun as though it were actually made of gold. It dyes her pale skin in a rose sheen that only serves to accentuate its whiteness. Gold and silver, quick! Get the thunder weapons of us are descending!
ごめんなさい名前を間違えてしまったのかしら白羽スオさんとおっしゃるの
She
よね
does have pretty nice hair.
はいよかった名前を間違えることほど失礼なことはないものね
Her golden hair swaying around her hips and her pale eyes and eyelashes give the illusion she's been dipped in gold. When she smiles, it looks just like something out of a fresco painting. Komikado introduces herself to me and then exchanges greetings in a slow but proper way with Rika and Mayuri.
驚いたね。まさか合唱部の部長があんな美人だったなんて。二階屋の会ってハーフやクォーターじゃなくちゃ入れないのかな。
All I can do is nod slightly at her joke.
あゆりさんやりかさんも美人だけど
With her doll-like face, her luxurious golden hair, and her celadon eyes, the only way I can describe her is unique. She seems almost too perfect to be human.
私が部の案内をするのね
それは僕が済ましたよ。ネリーにはユダ君らへの勧誘を頼みたいん
Please
だ。
stop calling her Judaku.
ユダ君
I can tell from her pronunciation that she has misunderstood. I shake my head silently.
ユダツリーのことねお誕生日会での一件は聞いているわスオさんは
I
賢
feel
いの
like the
ね
entire school has heard about the incident at the birthday party at this point.
いえ
ネリー、この敬虔な学び屋でユダなどという名を呼ぶとはけしからんな。にこの人
ゆずりははいつもこうなのあまり気にしないであげてね
I'm not so sure about the follow-up either, but when I see Komikado's smiling eyes, it doesn't matter anymore.
失礼ですけど、コミカド先輩は二階屋の会に所属されているということはクリスチャンなのですか？
ええそうよ祖父父ともにカトリックの神父なのだから私も幼い頃に洗礼を受けたわ
そうなんですか。そのお父様が外国の方で？
ええコミカドの家に婿になる形でこの国にもっと教義を知ってもらおうと根を下ろしたの
ハーフなのか。
It seems she really wants to know if Komikado is half or pure
確
Japanese.
かに気になるものね
Her lapis lazuli eyes and soft golden hair glittering in the sunlight. I understand why Mayuri had to ask. How many colors do you want
僕に
to
はそんな質問はしなかったじゃないか。
associate with her eyes at this
スオ
point?
君
Just
が
say
3
blue.
サイズを聞いたくらいで。
We never asked for your measurements.
あら興味がおありになるの違います部のことを聞いただけで
そうだったかな。
Lapis
せっかくだ
lazuli eyes.
君たちも気になっているようだから僕のことも話しておこう。祖父が英国人で父はハーフ、僕はクォーターだな。祖父の血が色濃く出たようであまり日本人らしくはないが、これでもチャキチャキの江戸っ子だよ。
はあ八代先輩もクリスチャンなのですか
一応ネリーに付き合って洗礼を受けているからそうなるだろうね。
幼馴染なんですか？
They are. Yatsushiro nods. It seems that way, but somehow they don't go together. Just in a lively conversation suddenly drops off. In the silence, I look at Komikado, captivated by her beautiful hair. Mayuri is the first to speak.
八代先輩は英国人とのと言いましたけれど、コミカド先輩はどこの？
そうだ、ネリーがどこの国を祖に持つか、せっかくだから謎々として出そう。ヒントは最もキリスト教徒がいる国だ。
最も？
アメリカかしら？
でもコミカド先輩の雰囲気からしてイギリスも捨てがたいな。
スオー君はどう思う？
The place with the most Christian. America.
はい、何がでしょう？
The red sunlight reflecting Kumikado's hair seems to set it ablaze, and I'm fascinated. When called upon, I come back to my senses and turn to Yatsushiro.
聞いていなかった
I
の？
was very longingly and definitely not gaily looking at her hair.
すみません。
Because of my hair, which as my grandfather would say is blacker than a wet crow, I have an inferiority complex, and so her golden hair is an object of envy for me.
まあまあいいじゃない。それよりも部への勧誘というけれど、スオさんたちは経験者なのかしら？
私は経験者ではありません。
子供の頃に地区の合唱会で少しだけ。
I glance sidelong at Kumikado, who's asking Rika about her experience.
話した方がいいのかしら？
I agonize over whether I should be honest and tell her I have some experience.
でも演奏者として経験があると言ったら。
I can see it out of the corner of my eye, and it feels as though the very air around me is growing heavier.
それでスオさんは経験者なのかしら？
Yeah, I can play a bit of piano. Questioned by those blue... Okay, finally there's just blue eyes. Okay. I answer somewhat vaguely. She raises a beautiful eyebrow and presses me further.
少しだけですか？花火師さんのように部ではなく地区の合唱会に参加していたのですか？
いえ、そうではなくて。
はい。
何？言いたくなければ言わずともいいんだよ。何せスオー君は13番目の使徒だ。経験な方
譲り派？
Frowning, Kumikado reins in her friend using a harsh tone of voice.
シロ先輩。
Honestly, I prefer the light-hearted teasing. Perhaps she noticed where I'm looking as she draws near and takes my hand.
誰でも言いたくないことはあるものだ。口を閉ざしていいのだよ。
Her skin is as pale as her hair. That doesn't even make sense! I thank her, feeling a slight sense of relief from her guiding hand. Because of her warm words, I think I should be honest, and reluctantly open my mouth.
母が音楽家でピアノを習っていたんです。賛美歌での演奏もしたことがあるので、少し。
それじゃあ少しだけ弾いてみてくれない？
She innocently asks.
あの場所に。
Time to get our trauma. I feel the air grow even heavier as I stand before the piano, my memories of which are entwined with those of that woman.
すごい期待しているわね、スオさん。
こんな特技があるなんて大したものだね。
What my MT partners are saying doesn't register in my
さっ
ears.
さと済ませてしまう。
Can't get it over with without doing it. I do as requested and pull out the chair. I play a single note and feel the shadow of my stepmother closing in on me.
早く、早く。
I want to play well and get this nightmare over with. I'm a 7-year-old child again. My fingers slide smoothly over the keyboard just like back then. I intentionally immerse myself, creating a world consisting only of me and the black and white of the keys. If I do this, I can, for a moment, forget her and her shrill voice. Beautiful. I think I hear someone whisper.
ダメだ。
I'm not yet in my own world, the hateful instrument that binds me to that woman. But for now, I have no choice but to do this.
そうだ。私は。
いいね。結構だ。これだけ聞けば十分。
I wanted to learn the piano when I was younger.
Well, not technically the piano, but just like, you know, playing on a keyboard. But I never actually learned. And nowadays I can't even read notes. Like I could sight read, but nowadays I cannot do it anymore. It's been such a long time since I last tried to play any instrument at all. The voice of Yatsushiro standing beside me brings me back to this world, and I raise my head.
さやかに星はきらめきね。もっと聞いていたかったのに。すごい上手なのね、スオさん。
ああ、本当に。
Hearing the voices of my MT partners, I finally realize it's over.
ありがとう。正確なタッチだった。なかなかの腕前だね。
I think to stand, but my legs are powerless, so I remain seated. I want to leave this place as quickly as possible.
ねえ、途中で終わってしまったけど、最後まで聞きたいわ。よかったら、もう少し弾いてもらえるかしら。
She asks. Once again, I feel the shadow of the woman draw near.
そうね、もっと聞きたいわ。
違う曲とかでもいいしね。
The voices grow distant. As the voices disappear, another voice grows louder in their stead. A reproachful tone, cold sweat breaking out. What's wrong? My mouth goes dry. You don't look so good. I seething forth. At the nurse's office, nauseated to the point of helplessness. Envisioning my stepmother drawing in behind me. With my arms wrapped tightly around myself, I run from that place, knocking over the chair as I go. I feel my stepmother at my back. Faster. I run as though she's pushing me. Got to get away from that place. But alas, no matter how far away I go, her cloud hangs over me. I feel the heat of her body on me, feel her odious breath at my ear. I'm still trapped. Yeah, trauma. I put a hand to my thumping heart and look around. Lush greenery, so lush it feels garish. I breathe in the same air which had felt so fresh when I came here, but is now heavy with the scent of plants, making me even more nauseated.
ここは
I ran from the piano all the way to the greenhouse. I wonder for a moment if I ran from my stepmother and chased my grandfather's shadow. Then, arms wrapped around my own powerlessness, sweating body, I stumble around searching for a place where no one will find me.
ダメだ、消えてくれない。
I try to judge whether this is something I can overcome. Pale and sweating, I drag myself along deep into the greenhouse. I find a space that can't be seen from the door and crouch down.
早く落ち着かせないと。
My Michi partners and Yatsushiro and Komikado, they must all be worried. If I take too long resting, people might find out about the sting I'm carrying. You're carrying trauma! Jesus Christ. Perhaps I thought too much as another wave of nausea washes over me and I double over. I curl over like a turtle in its shell, willing myself to calm down. I wanted to stop, but all I can see is my stepmother's portrait. I guess I shouldn't have touched the piano. Just when I was thinking she had gone, the sick feeling that comes whenever I feel a woman's presence.
吐いてうずきを止めた方が。
Please don't. If I throw up, this unbearable nausea will go away and I'll feel better. I know this from experience, but...
でも、これでいいの？
My voice of reason which had nearly disappeared asks. I came to this academy to change, but is it really okay that I'm still running away from that woman, the very symbol of my lack of change? No, we're gonna fight it. That's right. I came here because I wanted to change. So...
あの人が傍らにいるとは思ってはダメ。
She's separated from my father now and no longer family. Our paths will never cross. She's just another person. So...
さっさと消えて。もう許して。お願い。お母さん。
I force out the words to the specter of my stepmother that clings to my back.
母って。
I hear a bewildered, questioning voice. Thinking I'm now hallucinating voices, I look up.
まよりさん。
The person I least want to see me in this condition is standing there. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She looks at me. And I look at her. And she looks at me. And I look at her. She's seeing me here on my knees as though I'm repenting.
何をしているの？
I'm having a mental breakdown. or panic attack, or whichever word you want to use in this specific instance. Rika leaves to go to the bathroom. The lively room goes silent. Mayuri sits on a bed gazing at the bookshelf, and I sit in a chair gazing out the dark window.
どう思っているのかしら。
She heard me beg my stepmother for forgiveness. After staring at me for a moment, she'd wiped the sweat from my forehead with her handkerchief. Then, offering me her shoulder to lean on, she'd take me to the nurse's office. On our way there, and while I was being treated by the nurse, she'd said nothing. She just looked at me with an expression that was a complicated mix of sadness and happiness. Having heard we were in the nurse's office, Rika had come dashing in worriedly, along with Yatsushiro and Komikado. It seems she's not feeling well. Mayuri had told them as I looked at me lying in the bed. She told him I'd gotten sick during the piano performance and rushed to the bathroom. It's not a total lie, but perhaps Mayuri had been trying to protect my secret when she told me this. The president and vice president of the Council of Nikkei had bowed their hats to me and apologized for forcing me to play on. And now, it's the first time we've been alone together since she witnessed my bout of nausea that accompanies memories of my stepmother. In a short time, while Rika is in the bathroom, perhaps I should say something about the greenhouse incident. Or perhaps I should just stay quiet. I don't know.
でも話すにしたら
Yeah, it's the normal response when people ask you to play the piano that you associate with your stepmother who did, I don't know what exactly she did to you, that it makes you go into fits of panic and has you short for breath and nauseous. Yeah, normal response. Hi, good evening. What emote is that? That's so cute. Aw, that's cute. Here for gay girls, not the sad fields. Oh, wow. You better fucking strap in for the sad fields as well, though. If you want the happy gay girls, you first need to go through the sad fields. Should I worry her with the fact that every time I remember my stepmother, who's basically a stranger to me now, I have a panic attack? If someone told me the same thing, I would have no idea what to do other than just listen. I appreciate you telling me, but what can I do about it? That would be an entirely reasonable response. No, that's an optimistic expectation. Really, it could be far more horrible.
白羽さん
Character development.
何かしら。
Mayuri turns from the bookshelf toward me with her usual smile.
今日は冷えるね。春だというのにまだ冬を思い出すよ。寒くはない？
ええ、大丈夫よ。
そう。
I don't feel cold, but I wonder why I'm wearing sleeved nightwear.
温室での話をしようとしているのだわ。
Mayuri turns from the bookshelf toward me with her usual smile.
白羽さん、言いたくないのなら無理に話してくれなくてもいいのだけど。
はい。
温室でのこと、聞こえてしまったんだ。あれは。
I smile face and with sincere eyes she asks. We want to tell the truth.
まゆりさんに伝えてもいいかもしれない。
Perhaps I can try being honest with her. After all, she already overheard my words to that woman. Oh.
私
One second.
私は
I just breathed it in wrongly and also could not really breathe. That was weird. I tried to talk about the nausea, but my mouth will not readily cooperate.
あのね、私
白羽さん、温室で。
お待たせ。ごめんなさい、待たせて。そろそろ消灯だし、寝ましょうか。
ああ、そうだね。
ん？さあさあ、ベッドに行って、電気を消すから。スオさん、夜中調子が悪くなったら、遠慮なく起こしてね。今度は私が付き合うからね。
Actually, the one thing Mayuri has not talked to us about either yet, and Sue hasn't noticed, I think. Sue called her Mayuri when she found her, like by her first name, when they're not on a first name basis yet. Rika and Mayuri are, and Rika and Sue are But Mayuri and Suo are not yet on a first name basis. She beams at me and puts a kind hand on my back.
Hi.
I answer, lowering my gaze slightly.
Mayuri-san.
As we bow to Sister Basquiat at the end of class, my eyes follow Mayuri. The moment break starts, she's immediately surrounded by chattering classmates, like bees to a blossoming flower.
やっぱりきちんと話した方が。
She tried to bring up the difficult subject with me, and with such sincerity. The moment our eyes meet, I avert my gaze. I should have said something yesterday when we were alone. If it's her...
それは想像でしかないわ。スオちゃん。どうしたの？お腹痛くした？どうすれば。
Lunch break too.
お茶のおかわり欲しい人いる？
Even at the tea party, I don't know how to bring it up.
ああ、ありがとう。
She smiles slightly as she thanks Vika for pouring her tea. She doesn't normally break into big smiles, but when she gives her faint smile, it could light up a room. No wonder everyone is drawn to her.
今日は新しい茶葉を使ってみたの。セイロンのものだけど、わかる？
そうなのか。うん、いつもより香り高い気がするね。
本当に？調子がいいんだから。ね、スオさん。
At his sudden question, I smile vaguely. My eyes naturally turn toward Mayuri. Her expression stiffens so slightly that only I would be aware of it, and she averts her gaze.
やっぱり。
And we'd just gotten close enough to talk with each other. I had wanted to be friends with Mayuri, but it seems as though I've gotten as far as I will get.
へえ、リンゴの言っていたことは本当だったんだね。何の話？
I asked, wiping a tear that had begun forming in my eye and putting on a composed face.
それはこっちの話ということで、お茶会の途中なんだけど、これから部活に参加しなきゃなんだ。そうなの。だったら私からリカさんへことづけて。違う違う。スオちゃんはこれから私たちに拉致されるの。先輩がスオちゃんを気に入っちゃってさ、連れてこいってうるさいんだ。だから行こう、スオちゃん。リンゴ。それじゃお先に失礼します。
That's not how this is supposed. Uh oh.
何なの？
I leave the class president blinking behind me as I am pulled along by the twins on either side of me.
Ooh, sizzling noises.
どうしてこうもうまくいかないんだ。
The president of the Council of Nigeria groans as she glares at her burned Hamburg steak.
相性というやつかな。僕とスオ君はこんなに仲良しだというの
That's
に。
a really cute apron. I think I have washi tape with a very similar pattern as her apron. It's as Shiro says in a loud voice as she slings an arm around my shoulders. My cheeks turn red and all I can do is return a vague smile.
なんでこんなことに。
Too many twists and turns is how I could sum it up. I left in the middle of the tea party sandwiched between the Sasaki twins and marched to the cooking club. That in and of itself would have been alright, but on the way we had run into Sister Basquiat. It seems the twins had some prior arrangement with Sister Basquiat and she took them away. She had told me to go on ahead, so I trudged over to the cooking club, and when I'd opened the door...
ん？どうした？顔色が優れないぞ。女の子の人ね。
違います。
Surrounded by other students, yet Shiro's sharp eyes had spotted me, and she'd quickly designated me as her cooking partner while saying all kinds of flowery words.
私、何やっているんだろう。
I think as I'm cooking my own Hamburg steak, all I can think about is how I can patch things up with Mayuri.
ずいぶん暗い顔をしているね。本当にあの日じゃないのかい？僕は軽い方なのでいまいち感覚がわからないが、本当に辛いのなら言ってくれたまえよ。
心配をおかけしてすみません。
うん、スオ君が平気ならいい。しかしなんだね、炭になっている上部分だけ削ってパンに挟めば食べられるかもしれないな。ハンバーグとハンバーガーなら名前も似ているし。
She stuffs the Hamburg steak with a chopstick and gives me a mischievous smile. Jesus Christ, I hate that word. I feel relieved that she's as weird as usual.
少しは調子が戻ったかい？
はい、ありがとうございます。
なーに、今日は君がチャーリーで僕がエンジェルスだ。指導監督はスオー君なのだからビシビシ。
チャーリーって。
おや、例えが分かりづらかったかな。
I've never seen Charlie's Angels
海外ドラマ
before.
だよ。割と有名だから知っていると思ったんだがね。佐々木りんごくんから君は映画や小説好きだと聞いていたんだけどね。
リンゴさんから。
Ningo spoke about me.
僕も映画や海外ドラマが好きなのでりんごくんに壊れて貸したりしているんだ。君と話を合わせるために見ているんじゃないかな。持つべきものは友だね。
My heavy heart lightens and I feel a little better. It warms my heart to know there's someone looking out for me.
私をお茶会から連れ出したのは気を使って。
Ningo's face floats to mine and I smile slightly and nod in response to Yatsushiro's words. She puts down the chopsticks and smiles with satisfaction.
それでいい。それじゃチャーリー、もっと簡単でお手軽な料理
First
法っ
with
ていうのを
Judas, now with
聞きたい
Charlie.
のだけどね。
I draw closer to Yatsushiro, who's kneading a new hamburg, so I can show her how to do it. How to form a hamburg steak from the minced meat, how to make demi-glaze sauce. I even show her how to cut the vegetables. All is a process of trial and error.
見た目は美味しそうだわ。
She has at least made something that is presentable without breaking or burning it. Seeing that she has finally made something in the shape of a hamburg, Yatsushiro makes a dramatic gesture like a Hollywood salad to show her pleasure.
さて、ここからが本番。
Now, it's just a question if it's actually gonna taste well as well. She solemnly takes a fork in her hand and puts a piece of the hamburg steak with demi-glaze sauce to her mouth. She closes her eyes and chews.
ダメだ。
No!
やっぱり塩辛い。
Really? She makes a sour face and takes a drink of water. I also give it a try after her.
しょっぱいですね。
The saltiness spreads throughout my mouth. Putting sauce on it only makes it worse, and I too make a sour face.
レシピ通りやっているのに、なんで塩辛くなるんだ？僕の手から岩塩でもこぼれ落ちているのか？
She rakes her hand roughly through her hair like a man would, and I put my hand in my hands as well. Cooking is like a mathematical formula. The amount of heat, the amount of water, the right amount of each ingredient is set, so if you follow it perfectly, you should get the right flavor. That is why I don't know why it's turned out like this.
料理下手とは聞いていたけど。
It's also one of the reasons why I hate it when people are like, oh, you just know when something is done. Like, oh, okay, you want me to cook some noodles. Okay, I'm setting a pot of water, like on the stove. And when we don't know when it's done, oh, you just know. You know when the water bubbles. Yeah, but like, how much does it have to bubble? How much bubble does it have to be? I hate that. At first, she asked me not to be her cooking partner, but her coach. Yet Sushita said she wanted to learn from me because she has no cooking sense.
普段は器用で天才肌なのに。
Despite her somewhat strange behavior, she is the president of the Council of Nikea. Her grades are good and she's a fast learner, so she quickly becomes a pro at anything she tries. I heard about this from Yatsushiro's faithful followers in a cooking club in the process of trying to teach her. They tried teaching her too, but it was not good. They told me she was in my hands now. You know, it's someone you ate half of it in order to test if it's done. I managed to cook noodles without putting any salt in the water once. That was interesting. It was an interesting taste. On the other hand, though, I also one time I managed to accidentally use salt instead of sugar when I had cut up a bunch of strawberries to eat, and I like putting a little bit of sugar on them. Like, usually the strawberries are sweet enough, but I just like putting a little bit of sugar on them. Well, I didn't reach for the sugar this time. I accidentally took salt. And let me just tell you, strawberries with salt do not taste as good. They sadly do not taste as good, but I still ate them. It's a very weird combination because they soak in the salt, so you really have like a strawberry where you expect it to taste sweet and it's just sour and salty. So be careful. Do not mistake sugar for salt.
せっかくだからこの学院にいる間に
Seasoned fruit
凝
coconut
った
powder.
料理は無理でも
Oh,
定番の料理だけでも抑えとこうと思ってるのがね。
The salty strawberries is nice in the summer. I mean, it was in the summer, but I cannot. No, I can't say I was very happy with the salty strawberries. I was looking forward to some sweet ones so bad.
そんなに落ち込むことはないですよ。今までは焦げていたのに、今度は綺麗に焼けたじゃないですか。これは進歩ですよ。
During my words yet to Shiro, who'd been furrowing her silvery brows, blinks and smiles and agrees with me.
とにかくもう一度作ってみるよ。
She shrugs her shoulders and flashes a smile as if to say we've come this far, and then takes the remaining Hamburg meat in her hand. She kneads the meat over and over so it does not clump up when heated. She cooks it thoroughly until it's well browned. Then she places it on the plate where she has already arranged some vegetables. When the time comes for the final touch, the demi-glace sauce, she looks at my face and with a grave nod pours it on.
さて、ついにできたか。
She glances at me then nervously cuts the hamburg in half with a fork and knife and dips it in the sauce.
では。
It does look nice. Full of determination, she takes a bite of the steaming meat. She closes her eyes and chews well, then swallows.
どうでしたか？しょっぱくない。
Oh!
はい。普通の味だ。はい。いや、美味しい。美味しいぞ。成功だ。
Time to get banned from Twitch for food. Everyone in the cooking club cheers. I too feel a rush of joy and put my hands to my hot cheeks.
ありがとう。今日は最良の日だよ。
She hugs me as a sign of gratitude, and I flails my arms. We're so close, our lips nearly touch, and when she smiles at me, I can feel my whole body get hot. Her mannerisms may be manly, but when she holds me close, she smiles like a woman, and I find myself lost in the contrast.
八代先輩。ゆずりはと呼んでくれないか。
The words are sweet in my ear as her chest pushes against me, and I feel that it's even bigger than I thought. Her chest pressed against mine is at least a full size larger and so soft I could sink in. These are normal thoughts to have about your upper class man.
先輩、もうそろそろ。ああ、すまないね、スオ君。つい嬉しくて。ん？
She stares at me gravely, then closes her eyes and begins to lean in. I think she's going to kiss me, but instead she sticks out her tongue and licks my cheek like a puppy while I just stand there blinking in shock. Ho 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 ho.
何を？湿気。頬にソースがついていたんだよ。そうなんですか。
I feel my entire face and neck start to sweat. She's gazing at me from so close that I can feel her breath, and I shrink back in embarrassment.
まだ取れてない箇所が。
That's a good one. Friday?
大丈
Please
夫
stop
です。
licking my face.
残念。
Yet Shiro, who was about to lick me again, draws back and licks her own lips, smiling I'm sorry, but what? Beguilingly? You don't have to lick it, yeah! Yay, people. I wipe my feverish cheeks with my hands, and when I finally calm down, I notice all the other members of the club looking at me. Feeling all those eyes on me, I instinctively recoil.
どちらかというと被害者なのに。でも今日は本当に良き
Totally
日だ。
normal homie actions.
何度挑戦してもダメだったことが実を結んだのだからね。ほら、僕たちのことはいいから、みんなも自分の作業に戻
She
るよ
could
う
have
に。
also just said, "Oh, Sue, you have some sauce near your mouth. Would you like a tissue?" She would not have even had. There was no need for her to touch Sue at all. But here we are. Everyone does what she says and reluctantly returns to their own work. They've been so busy watching us that they've barely been paying attention to their own cooking.
スオくん、今日は無理を聞いてくれて本当にありがとう。
Anytime.
いえ、
She says as she looks down at the food, and despite her usually manic disposition, drops her voice. I cool my head, watching quietly as she cuts the hamburger with a knife.
ああ、これは
Be throwing hands
一
and
つ年上
thanks.
の老婆心から出るつまらない言葉だと思ってくれていいが、
Yeah, no. Listen, we're here for the fan service. We do not care if it makes sense. We're here for the fan service.
はい。
I'm not complaining. I
僕は正直
just think it's funny.
自分には料理の才能なんてないと思っていた。人間得て増えてがあるしね。
Hmm.
どうしても苦手
In that moment, I think of Mayuri.
だけどね、苦手だからと諦めていいものとそうじゃないものがある。僕は亡くなった母の代わりに美味しい料理を食べさせたかった。だから苦手だ
Okay,
増
we're
えたこと
casually
分かってい
dropping
て
that
も
fact in conversation.
何
Okay.
度もチャレンジした。
Leaning at Sashiro's sensitive story, I look into her eyes, searching for the truth. She steps out her broken failures with her fork as she speaks.
だからね、スオくん、君にも諦めさせたくないんだ。
諦め。
僕のこれと比較するのもおこがましいだろうが、君の抱える問題と一緒だ。崩れ、しょっぱい思いを幾度もする。
Hmm.
だけど最後はうまくいったじゃないか。
八代先輩。
だから大丈夫。
She smiles amiably, then scratches her head awkwardly. I can feel my hardened heart softening under her words and gestures.
まあスオ君で言うところの卵を割らなければオムレツは作れないというやつだね。
She takes a line from the old movie All the King's Man, and I too break into a smile.
向き合ってみよう。
I make up my mind and accept the hamburg steak Yatsushito offers me. Aww. I take her advice to heart. I'll have a proper talk with her. I'm full of determination.
思っているのと行動に移せるのはやっぱり違うわ。
Gazing at the backs of Rika and Mayuri walking up ahead of me, I let out a deep sigh.
せっかくの機会だったのに。
A few days after receiving advice, the perfect chance has come in the form of orienteering day. No, not has come, but rather had come. Orienteering in our three-person amitié groups. As Mayuri had said before, the Academy's orienteering is a real thing. They gathered us in the auditorium, gave us maps, and then we were randomly assigned to 3 different locations. The first checkpoint was not very far. Hi TK, good evening! At the second checkpoint, which everyone must pass through, there were members from the Council of Nicaea. They gave us a simple quiz related to numbers, the answer to which was used to guide us to the final destination, and then back to the academy. We couldn't dawdle since there was a time limit, but the beautiful scenery would have made for a nice hike. I thought stepping out into the wilderness with my amitié partners would bring us together, making it easy to approach the topic, but Mayuri's attitude was the same as ever, and there was no way I could bring it up. I maintained a casual hands-off policy, trying not to be too unnatural so that Rika didn't notice. I tried to say something before we finished rounding all the checkpoints.
結局何も話せないままチェックポイントを回りきってしまったし。
I let out another deep sigh. I feel pathetic for being incapable of doing anything despite the upperclassmen's encouragement. I had this chance, but I made no progress.
スオさん、いいかしら。はい。今からクラスのみんなが戻ってきているか、点呼を取りに行かなくちゃいけないの。
Perhaps she's been asked to do it as the class president. I ask if I should go with her.
ううん、平気よ。そんなに手間じゃないわな。二人はどうする？給水所に行くなら寄宿舎の近くにあるそうだけど。
そうだな。
She glances at me awkwardly and I feel a tightening in my chest.
二人でいるのはいたたまれない気持ちになるわ。スオさん？私はその花摘みに行こうかなって。そう。まゆりさんは？
給水所に行ってくるよ。喉がカラカラなんだ。
わかった。それじゃあ用が済んだらまたここで落ち合いましょう。
Rika waves her hand cheerfully and heads back to the auditorium. I watch her leave. I steal a glance at Mayuri, who, like me, seems to be somewhat relieved.
After getting back from the bathroom, I gazed blankly outside with colorless eyes.
まだ早いかな。
The restroom had not been as crowded as I had thought it would be, and I was able to do my business without having to wait. I need to head to the meeting place, but
まゆりさんが困るかも。
Nika said that the roll call wouldn't take long, but there's no way she would have finished faster than me or Mayuri, who went to the water station. If I went now, I'd have to wait alone with Mayuri until Nika returns. I don't want to run away again. Even though the upperclassman had encouraged me, I can't bring it up. I'm a coward. I can't go on like this. I feel frustration building up, but I don't know what to say. A sense of unbelonging swells in my chest, threatening to push its way up into my throat. Suddenly I hear the sound of water and look up. Drops of water splattering the window pane.
雨だわ。
Oh. The raindrops patter against the glass. Oh. In no time at all, it's turned into a downpour pounding against the window.
これなら遅れても問題ないわ。
This pessimistic thought enters my head, and I feel relief in my heart as I watch students running to escape the rain from the hall window. Aww. I wait for the rain to let up. Even when the downpour eases back to a sprinkle, I wait for the rain to completely stop. Then I take my time as I head back to the meeting spot. I'm relieved when I see Rika there. Taking my time meant I avoided having to be alone with Mayuri. However,
まゆりさんがいないわ。
Rika stands alone at the meeting spot looking bored. No, she's furrowing her brow looking somehow worried.
スオさん、よかった。
She looks relieved to see me and trots over. Her panicked attitude as she slightly catches hold of my arms gives me a bad feeling.
高坂さんはまだ戻っていないの？
そのことなんだけど、少し問題が起きたの。
I wonder if I'm right about this bad feeling as I watch her face cloud over again.
うん。実は行動へ転校を取りに行ったのだけど、そこで佐々木さんたちがまだ戻ってこないって聞かされたの。
そう。でも遅れる人だっているだろうし。
It's the Sasakis. They were probably just playing around and ended up late.
でも大雨が降っていたでしょ。だから心配になって探しに行こうってことになったの。
そう。
This doesn't sound good.
それで行動に2階屋の会の役員の人がいたから、佐々木さんたちの最後のチェックポイントの場所を聞いたの。クイズ形式になっているあれよ。その人はクイズの出題者じゃなかったけど、隣で聞いていて簡単なクイズだったから間違いようがないし、その番号を教えてもらって向かおうとしたのだけど。
I take out the map that I had not given back yet.
チェックポイントは13番。ここね。地図で見ると、ほら、沢が近くて大雨だとなおさら危ないじゃない？だから向かおうとなって。
もしかして高坂さんが？
ええ、みんなで行くと時間がかかるから見客の自分がって。それで向かったの
Going
だけ
alone
ど。
is the stupidest thing she could have done, though. At least go in a team of two, so if something, like something has happened, one of them can stay behind, the other one can return and get more help. Because what do? Like, okay, you go on your own, you find that, I don't know, that they hurt themselves or something. You can't just leave them there again and go back to get more help, because what if you don't find a place again or something? Or what if something happens to you as well while you're trying to help them, blah blah blah. It's just stupid to be going anywhere alone. Thank you for the highway time. She trails off again. I can tell what comes next. Dramas and novels usually go this way.
二重遭難になってしまった。
ええ。いえ、違うわね。佐々木さんたちは雨が落ち着き出した頃戻ってきたの。でも今度はまゆりさんが。
私が現実逃避をしている間に。
13番のチェックポイントはさほど遠くない場所だから先生たちが探しに行ってくれたのだけど、見つからなくて。もしかして沢に足を滑らして落ちたんじゃないかって。
そんな、まゆりさん。
When I'm almost panicked enough to rush off right this instant, seeing Nika nearly in tears makes me realize I need to keep my cool for her sake, and I force myself to remain calm.
大丈夫よ、リッカさん。先生たちが探してくれているのなら すぐに見つかるわ。雨が降っていたから木陰で身を潜めていて見つからなかっただけかもしれないし。
Or maybe she did fall down a creek, slipped and broke her leg and now can't move.
でも雨が上がってしばらく経つわ。戻ってきてもおかしくない時間だし。
That's true, I think. When I spread out the map and look at checkpoint number 13, it's not even a kilometer from campus. No matter how muddy it was, there's no reason Mayuri shouldn't have returned.
なら本当に沢にはまって。
She's a responsible person. Perhaps in searching for the Sasakis, she'd gotten too close to the creek and lost her footing.
さあ、最悪の事態を考えても無駄だ。
スオさん、
今できることを考えなければ。
Bye bye. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. Have a good rest of your evening. I inadvertently think of that eccentric but reliable upperclassman, the one I had a chance encounter with after running away from the choir club. I recall how she said even the competent council of Nikaya members feel regret for the past failures and mistakes. Yes, everyone makes mistakes.
誰でも。
スオさん、私たちも探しに行こう。ここで待っているようにって言われたけど、私。
そうだね。探しに行こう。でも一つだけ聞きたいことがあるの。
何？
ニカイヤの会の役員がチェックポイントを教えてくれたって言っていたよね。でも
ええ、隣で聞いていて知ったって。
それじゃあ出題していた当人は誰？
For a moment, serious Rika looks like she's about to snap at me for asking pointless questions.
もしかして出題者はコミカド先輩じゃない？
For a moment, okay, that's the same one again.
だけど、なんでわかったの？
I knew it. I guessed it from checkpoint number 13. The quiz was supposed to be very easy, and then there was the number 13. The question was probably about taboo numbers. Komikado was the one who made the question. If I'm on the right track, I first need to know something about Komikado. If I know where Komikado is from.
確かそうだわ。
I heard from Rika how Komikado had tried to have her guess where she was from in the form of a quiz. The question was which country has the most Christians. That would be Italy. And the taboo number in that country is something I wouldn't know. But I do. It's 17. Rika's looking at me
頼
questioningly.
みがあるのだけど。
I whisper into her ear. The humid air clings to my body, driving me crazy.
ぬかるみくらいどうってことはないけれど。
I take out the map and check if I'm getting near the checkpoint. I cross the stream and pass a large evergreen oak. I should be able to see it soon.
青臭い嫌な匂いだわ。
The verdant trees glisten wetly from the rain, and their lushness seems garish to my eyes. Even the fresh scent of the forest smells too strong because of the rain, making me queasy. As I listen to the sticky sound of my footsteps, I wonder why I'm so agitated.
理由は分かっている。
The reason why I'm feeling this way.
あの人のせい。
I head towards the amitié partner that I had the falling out with. I feel that I've turned the resentment I feel towards the woman that's the cause of all this out into this forest and in towards myself. You wanted to know what makes us human? Well, you aren't going to find it here. A line from a movie I've seen many times, Dark City. My stepmother had said something similar. Yes, she said the soul does not reside in the brain nor the heart, but in the fingers.
音楽家らしい言いざまだわ。
I was about to say that sounds like something only a musician could say. Perhaps my gloomy thoughts have brought the rain back, I think, as I feel raindrops bounce off me and fall to the muddy ground. I walk fast to shake off these negative thoughts. I gloomily take up my map and check the compass. I'm in the vicinity of the checkpoint. I wonder if there's a place nearby where she might be resting under a tree. I shake my head to dislodge the raindrops and the strong scent of the forest, then I find her wet from the rain and sitting on a fallen tree.
まゆりさん。
What should I do when I find her? What should I say? All the thoughts fade into the
まゆり
distance.
さん
The murky feeling in my heart dissolves completely as I run toward her.
白羽さん、どうしてここに？
よかった。本当に沢に落ちていたらどうしようかと。
ちょっと待って。白羽さんは私を探しに来てくれたの？
そうよ。
I reply as if it were the most obvious thing in the world.
Mayuri seems like she's about to say something, but instead beams and thanks me.
助けに来てくれて助かったよ。佐々木さんたちを探しに来たのはいいけど、
まゆりさん、足が。
木の根に足を取られて少しひねってしまって
Okay,
ね。
sprained, but not
途
broken.
中で雨には降られるし、とりあえず雨宿りしようと足を止めたら途端に腫れてきてしまって往生していたんだ。
She tries to lift her outstretched leg and makes her pain frown. I rush to her side and examine her injury.
少し腫れているわね。でも折れてはいないみたい。
うん。2、3日すれば腫れは引くと思う。白羽さん、イチゴたちは？
そのことなら大丈夫。佐々木さんたちならもう戻ったわ。彼女たちは4番のチェックポイントに行っていたのよ。
Mayuri lets out a cry of surprise. I asked if she'd met Komikado on the way here.
そうだけど、なんで知っているの？
出題者のコミカド先輩から直接聞いたから、ここのチェックポイントへ向かったのじゃないかって思ったの。普通クイズで不吉な数はなんて問われたら13番だと思うわよね。先生たちも13番へ探しに向かったし。
That's right, the quiz asks for an unlucky number. At this missionary school, most people would imagine a number 13.
そうか。コミカド先輩が出したクイズを聞いていたから、隣にいた役員は13だと思った。だからそう言っていたのか。でも佐々木さんたちは？
素直に日本人的思考で4番だと思ったの。当然そこは正解じゃないから、探し回った挙句に雨に降られ、雨宿りしてから戻ってきた。
そうだったのか。道理で行き違わないわけだ。
Mayuri snorts, her hair wet from the rain and sticking to her face. I wipe her forehead and cheeks with the handkerchief I have.
ありがとう白羽さん。でも一つだけ質問があるんだ。
何？
出題が不吉な数なら13番と4番を間違えることもあるかもしれない。あと例えば苦しむに通じる9番とかね。でもどうして白羽さんは17番のここが分かったんだい？
She gazes at me seriously and almost a little apprehensively. That's right, I had used a compass and map to find checkpoint number 17.
あ、そうか。白羽さんもコミカド先輩に会ったんだね。
いいえ、コミカド先輩には会っていないわ。
When I answer earnestly, her cheery voice fades and she looks at me with suspicion in her eyes.
もしかして私がストーカーだと思われているのかしら。
In the deep of the forest, with the sun starting to set, a warped misery hovers above me like a shadow.
あのね、勘違いしないでほしいの。なんで分かったのかはただの推理なの。
推理？
She frowns, drawing back slightly.
これじゃあ映画の筋通りだわ。
Famed writer Paul Sheldon, confined by the middle-aged Annie Wilkes. Injured legs, unable to move, that's the same too.
あちらは骨折だったけどね。
Jesus Christ.
白羽さん？
あ、推理ね。理由は単純なのよ。まずクイ
Those
ズの出題、
legs.
不吉な数というキーワードと、
Act as cheery as possible so as not to frighten her.
私が以前聞き逃していたコミカド先輩の謎解き、キリスト教徒が一番多い国はどこでしょうかという。
以前合唱部で言われた問題ね。
そう、私はあの時ぼんやりしていて聞き逃していたのだけど、あの後リッカさんから知っているって尋ねられたの。なんでって聞いたら、コミカド先輩の故郷がわかるからって。
それで？
答えはイタリアよ。ローマは最もカトリックが多い都市。つまりコミカド先輩のルーツはイタリアだということになるわ。
Giving her all the right answers, but she's still frowning at me suspiciously. It's a look that says, what on earth?
あのね、カトリックが多いイタリアではおかしなことに意味数が13ではないの。17なのよ。ローマ数字で書くと普通に17となり、これを並び替えると
How does she know these kind of things, though? I read the Roman numerals in the mud with a fallen branch.
ラテン語でそのローマ数字を表す意味は、私は生きているの直接交換量になって、私は生きることを終えたという意味になるの。 だからイタリア人は17を嫌う。
そうか、コミカド先輩のルーツはイタリアにある。だからクイズの出題で不吉な数の答えを17とした。
つい生まれた国でのことが口についたのよ。たまたま私はイミカズのことを知っていたから17番のチェックポイントを探しに来た。思いつきが正しくてよかったわ。
Is that right? Says Mayuri, heaving a long, deep sigh.
少し神経質になっていたようだ。すまないね、白羽さん。
You're good.
いいの。逆の立場ならおかしいって思うもの。
よかった。口を塞がれるのじゃないかと思ったよ。
She smiles as she says it, but I freeze. I know she's joking, but it's stuck up the incident from that thing. Seeing me go silent, Mayuri also holds her tongue. But even though she remains silent, her expression doesn't change as she regards me like a mother watching over a child. I just happen to know what. Yeah, no, it is a thing. It's like there's a lot of stuff she knows about where you really think to yourself like, huh? How? Right now in this intimate setting, I will tell her everything and maybe she'll accept me.
温室のことなのだけれど。
白羽さん。
She runs her hands through her wet hair and shakes her head.
その話はやめない？
She asks.
あ、違う。興味がないとか聞きたくないとかじゃなくて。
With her hands still in her hair, she scratches her head.
私は全部晒す必要はないっていうか、いや、知りたくないってことはないんだ。
Different number that is unlucky in a different part of the world for every single number there is.
そんなに辛い顔してまで話す必要はないと思うんだよ。人間一つくらい秘密にしたいことはある。私だって知られたら死んでしまいたいような秘密はあるよ。
The unlucky by default thanks to number puns in infinity. Mayuri's secret.
たまたま白羽さんの秘密に触れるような機会があったけれど、話してくれなくていいんだ。
One is lonely, 4 is deaf, so it leaves 2, 3, 5, and 10. Ah!
すべてを明かすことが正しいとは思えない。私はね、白羽さん。
She looks straight at me as though trying to convey a hidden determination.
過去の白羽さんより今の白羽さんとの今を大切にしたい。何を抱えていようが、私のために知恵を絞って助けに来てくれる。そんなアミティエとの今を大切にしたいんだ。
まゆりさん。
For some reason, my whisper makes her giggle. She then lifts herself off the tree stump and puts weight on her leg.
危ないわ。
そろそろ戻ろう。体が冷えてきたよ。肩を貸してくれるかい？
At her request, I rush to take her
ありが
arm.
とう、スオさん。
She squeezes my hand like a handshake.
お返しだよ、スオさん。
Being called by my given name for the first time, I feel my heart, which had been shrouded in mist, fill with gold. And in the same way, the rain starts to let up too. I nod and say my amitié partner's name. Why? Oh, nice! I actually managed to get through the chapter as well, huh?
という英語の慣用
That's a
句
great
がある
place to stop then.
後がない。切羽詰まった状況に使われる表現だ。青い海に飛び込み、身を投げてしまった女性。後ろには悪魔、前には青く深い海がという状況であれば、悪魔に食べられたくない女性は時と
Please
して
do not detach your
深い
entire
海の
arm.
方が魅惑的に感じるという。
Please don't do that.
どちらを選んでも救いはない。これから始まるのは優しい悪魔のささやきと絶望の海への選択。救いのない2つの問いに迫られる始まりのお話。
beautiful dance with her. Chapter 4. Well, we're not gonna be doing chapter 4. Oh! 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 Twitch! The Twitch police is going to come for me. Oh! No! 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 La 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 la. La 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 la. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. The Twitch police is not actually gonna come for me, but whew. Whew. Excuse me. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Sunday when we start up this game again, and that's the first scene that's gonna greet us. What did I miss? A CG. Oh, finally a bass CG. Twitch loves bass streams, really? Yeah, that is it for tonight. We managed to make it through another chapter. That's cool. Yeah, no, there's quite a lot left. The thing is, I do not remember how many chapters this game had, but when I originally played this game on my own, it took me 15 hours to read it. So I think we have quite a few streams to go. Thank you for nice stream, though. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys are also enjoying the game as much as I'm. I'm very glad to be playing them all again from the beginning, despite already knowing a few plot points. It's really nice to get to experience them again. And then on a very good note, for sure, it's a really good spot to stop. I wasn't sure if we could finish the entire chapter because my plan was like, okay, we're just gonna finish up with the Mayuri scene and end there no matter what's happened and what's happening, but it's an entire chapter. Like, perfect timing. Couldn't have timed it better. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. We're going to see each other on Friday for more Eska and Lucy. Saturday once again for Persona, which is probably going to be another long stream. I do not know how long, but long. And then on Sunday we're gonna continue on with this one here, with a nice bath scene right at the beginning. Like that's gonna be fun. Long Persona stream, yes. Because the plan is to still get through Persona this year. I do not know how possible that is going to be because it's a long game. It is an incredibly long game. I do not know how much I have to be obsessed with it, but we're gonna be playing it a lot, that's for sure. But for now, that is it. I wish you all a very, very good night. Thank you so much for coming. Please say hi to Mango for me, who is... I think... Mango was on a short vacation. So this is like maybe the second stream after vacation. Playing Slime Rancher 2. So please say hi. I'll see you all soon. Good night.
Bye bye. Bye bye.